yeah. We're not doing flashbacks in this one yet. Yes. All right. So 351. Okay. 351. Scrolling for a long time. We're almost there. Okay. 351 is in the slice of life. Slice of life. What do you do to unwind after a hard day? Okay. What do you do to unwind after a hard day? While you ruminate on this question, let's see if we can get a recap. If you're interested in giving me a recap, go ahead and roll a d20 into chat. You get a third hero point and a third hero card draw. Everyone, including the person that wins this roll, should be throwing everything else in the trash can. It's a fresh start. And I guess I'll take us back to the dashboard. We left off like in the middle of the thing. So I'll take you guys back to the dashboard. Here we go. Maybe. It's thinking about it. Doesn't want to leave behind your airship. Loves it too much.
What music is this? It sounds like chill, like Fire Emblem, go to classes music.
This is
Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, Skies of Arcadia, Air Pirate Island.
Nice.
So, yeah. It's a great game about sky pirates. And it has a crew mechanic and a ship mechanic that are exceedingly simple. So simple, I kind of wish I had just used those. It's like you recruit this guy and he's like, I'll make your ship tougher. And that's it. Ship gets the little armor class boost. That's it. Done.
I think they're going to be remastering that game.
Oh,
there's been rumors of it, so who knows? But
yeah. It had it all. It had it all. It had the love triangle between like the anime protagonist boy with the spiky hair and the two mega hotties. And then there were other characters in the game, I guess. I don't remember any of the other characters. It was really, really cool.
Sounds like a crash review of a game.
It was also the most it was on the world's greatest video game system, the Dreamcast. So I paid $0. I mean I paid full price for it because everyone paid full price for their Dreamcast games. Loritz, you've won. Go ahead and give us the recap. What happened last time?
The session began as we arrived in the skyport to the realization that the Silver Ravens and the Aether Blades were not quite done with us. In the form of a skill challenge, we rushed to board the Gale Cutter and prepare the ship in an attempt to escape. The first few rounds went smoothly, but as we got into the air and it exhausted our pool of luck, we started to falter. In the end, the Aether Blade caught up and forced an encounter. They have so far done a number on the party, finding us in our fourth fight of the day. You okay, Lex? Okay.
Okay, we're gonna have to assume he's okay. Yeah, keep going.
We're running low on supplies and spells, and hopefully we can fend them off and make our getaway.
Oh,
that's it. That's the whole
thing.
That.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
We spent most session doing a single skill challenge, so.
It was a big skill challenge.
It was. It was fun.
It was not a good fight. No. Dice wise, but that's okay.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah. Thank you. It says dead over your sheet, but I know that's not true. I hope. Okay. Who would like to answer the question? What do you do to unwind after a hard day?
We roll?
Oh. Yeah. You roll off on them. Yeah. This ain't Friends and Family Curse of Strahd that we just sort of like go off the vibes. Oh, wow. All right. Dang, Isaac really wants to answer this. All right, Isaac, with a nat 20. What do you do?
I do drugs.
Okay.
Lots and lots of drugs.
Speaking of... No. Respiratory. Okay.
Yes,
all right. Okay. Well, I think that's not surprising to any of us. All right. You may ask the same question of any willing PC who will get a lesser bonus, or any NPC that you've met during the adventure.
What does Bubbles do for me?
Bubbles reads his fantasy adventure novels. You guys are already aware of his favorite, but you do not know his second favorite adventure novel series. I don't either, so we'll figure it out, I guess. Let's see. I will apply this boof. All right. And we. Oh, right. You have one fanspo. Do you want to use your one? Did we get? I thought there would be more fanspo since last week. I could have sworn I saw some get posted up. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Listen, you're the only group I give fanspo to. But like the prices are a lot higher this year, so like, I forget to watch the streams. Anyways,
Economy in shambles.
yeah. Do you want to draw a card or just kind of? And again, this isn't offensive to say because they used it in the news. You just want to raw dog this session.
I say we use it.
Okay.
We should use it.
I got some
All right.
points in the
Yeah, I
bank. I'll
agree.
cash them in.
All right. Let's give it a little shuffle.
Adventure to start. We gotta get out of this situation.
Yeah.
If I got another puppy, I would just name it. I just name it Raw.
Look at that raw dog over there.
Don't love that. Don't love that.
No, you get 3 dogs, and you name 1 fist, 1 flag, and 1 fire.
Okay. Can you explain the whole thing for me?
What?
Yeah. Is it too offensive? Too offensive to explain?
No. So the whole Trump party member situation where they were basically like, yeah, let's talk about all of these war plans in a chat.
Oh.
One of them posted. One of them just sent an emoji line that was just fist, American flag, and then a little flame after it. So fist, flag, fire.
Oh. Okay. I mean, that's just good emoji use. Anyways, back to it. All right. The Forge. So the Forge is our only sponsor. We love you, Kakaroto. But the Forge in Pathfinder is from the Hammers suite, which is Strength, which is always a nice thing to have. And it is lawful neutral. It means strength through trial, requiring collective effort. But misaligned, it can mean overwhelming danger. Good thing you don't have that to worry about.
That guy looked
Alright.
like he was gonna start like a Hellworkers revolution or something.
So the lawful neutral booth allows you to be resilient. Trigger, you are about to take damage, but the damage has not been rolled yet. You gain resistance to one type of damage of your choice equal to half your level. This resistance applies against the triggering effect and lasts for until the start of your next turn, or for 6 seconds, whichever is sooner. And because VTT Pathfinder is so insane, there is actually like a pop-up menu that says like, what kind of damage am I applying? You know, are you getting the resistance? It's pretty neat. I think by now everyone should have that ability just tucked away on their character sheet somewhere, but I can drag it over if you don't. It's hard to keep track. Yeah, I'll drag it over. Just don't get don't get overexcited that you have them. Yeah, definitely delete them at the end if you're worried that you might get overexcited and be like, this is somehow an ability I have.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. And it's like, why would you have this ability is the question you need to ask yourself. Like, why would you have this ability? Alright, and then I'll add the strength buff to everybody. Including this crowbar that fools me every week.
Pathfinder doesn't give away abilities just out of the kindness of its heart.
I don't
I
know,
know,
why
right?
that's the default one that I get on the home screen here, but it is, and I love it.
My brain is so, like, fever cooked. I was hunting monster last night. The one, like, the possum dragon or whatever that pretends to be dead. And I was explaining to Basil, like, I like this monster because it pretends to be dead. And I'm fighting it, and it pretends to be dead. I'm like, no lie. I'm just like, damn, it's already dead? Holy shit.
and then it jumps back up and smacks in the face.
I had just explained the mechanics, and then I was bamboozled. Like it's so stupid. All right. Cool. So you got your buffs. And...
Basil listened to this, and then afterwards, were they like, "Oh, he's just messing around"?
Yeah. No, like they were like, wait, you, it did fool you? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Your dad's so stupid. All right. Let's see. Fly casual. That's where we're at. Activate. All right. And then I guess this one level 3 guard is the strongest enemy you've ever faced. So let me go get some epic boss music for you. Epic
Oh, it's not just
boss.
one.
I mean, yeah. Let's see. Protocol. Epic dramatic battle. Oh, damn. Also, here's a fun thing. You smart people know what Aether means, right? So you're like, oh, it's very thematic, Crash. Good job. Like, you named the guards of a floating city, the Aether Guard. I just thought Aether sounded cool. I didn't know it was like ancient Greek for like the upper stratosphere or whatever. I was just like, it sounds pretty dope. Anyways.
Name it after the male main character from Genshin Impact, and then...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It was that or the Johnny Guard. I couldn't decide like which one to do.
Johnny Guard.
Yeah, very similar vibes.
Yeah.
I thought you named it after the scooter company.
Oh my god, that's true too. Oh man. Alright, so here we are in the world, and I'm sure that we left ourselves a note last week where you guys were trying to escape, and I was like, no, you're gonna keep playing. Play starts with Oscar. That's our note. Okay.
Well, we wanted to wait
'cause
to
he's
listen, so we had
He's gonna make a
person to
super turn and run around and throw the other 3 guards off of the ship, and then we're gonna escape. That's the plan.
Alright, he's ready for that. He says, hey, don't worry. I'm gonna have a super turn. I'm gonna push this other guy off the ship. Quit.
You gotta mess him up.
Alright, so he is going to target this guy, and he is going to use Le Shove, using his action macro hotbar, because even in this world, the NPCs fill out tax forms the same way you guys do. Alright.
We haven't done that yet, so I guess just not at all, isn't it?
Alright, so he pushes him, but he doesn't get to push him off the ship. That's okay. He's got a robust 3 Pac-Man economy. He winks at the camera and receives some money from Paizo. And then he's going to move in without provoking an opportunity attack, because he knows how to play the game. He's going to move there. He's going to target him. He's going to go to push him again. This time at map. Here we go. Shove. Where did you go? Ah. Okay. Oh no! He did not manage to shove him off. All right. That was his 3 Pac-Man. Not the turn we were hoping for, ladies and gentlemen. Not the turn we were hoping for. But I think things are going to turn around because Team MVP Isaac is up next. Isaac, you've got 2 hit points. Your friend Jade has 1 hit point and is prone on the ground. Your friend Loritz has 0 hit points and is in a bad way. The anime knight is barely hurt. Stands over the bodies of the defeated. Worth mentioning, your buddy Loritz on the ground is bleeding out his life sand at an alarming rate.
He's also immune to my battle medicine right now.
He is, yeah.
Huh.
So we're gonna need a real strong turn from Isaac.
I received that in the observatory. Would I still be immune to it? Does it last a whole day?
Nope.
Yeah,
We don't have
without the higher
day.
the higher level feats, yeah, it's still 24-hour cooldown.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're in a bad. I have tumble through. Placed at
Can
the
I
end of
make a
your
suggestion?
movement.
Something if you cannot actually heal him, stabilizing him is always a good thing.
That's true. Yeah.
That stops him from bleeding out. And no more
All right.
death
Well,
saves.
that's what I'll do.
But that might provoke an opportunity attack.
Probably will.
True.
Well, it
Yeah.
seems like Grieving has already used its reaction.
Ooh, that's good. That we have that. Yeah. We have that on there. Okay, so yeah, this is your chance. You gonna try to stabilize him?
Oh, well, apparently I recalled knowledge by accident because it's wrong button.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I'm trying to see where stabilize is. Is it in my basic action?
If it's not good for your action economy, I can also use hero points to stabilize. Although I would have to use all of them.
Yeah, I would rather just try to. All my attacks are ranged, so I'm throwing them in his face, which is bad for me, I think.
I mean, you take no penalties for range attacks in melee. It's
Yeah.
If he has a reaction, he'll just smack you upside the head.
Okay, so you can administer first aid to Pac-Mans. It's a general skill action, and it's a DC 15 flat? What? Is that real?
I never thought it was a flat check.
Found in player core under medicine skill actions. Holy shit. Okay. This is great if you don't have any magic candy. Cast a healing spell, wait and hope they pass the recovery check. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm just going to administer first aid then. Try to stabilize.
Thank you.
That succeeds.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And then I have one attack left. So I'm going to throw this alchemist flask into his.
Oh, okay. The DC is equal to 5 plus that creature's recovery roll DC, which is typically 15 plus its dying value. Okay, got it. Oh, shit. And then you threw this right in this dude's face. Okay. And you're doing the one that causes no splash damage.
No. Yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Okay, no splash, because it'd be kind of weird to stabilize your friend and then set him on
Yeah,
fire.
and they killed him immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, hit that damage button. Let's
Also
go.
do splash damage to Jade. Two for the price of one.
Yeah, and yourself. It would kind of
sounds
vibe.
like a bargain.
Yeah, we kind of vibe with what happened last week, but
These guys are crazy. They're willing to splash themselves.
hit the damage button, Isaac.
I'm up.
Damage,
I'm
please.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Alright, I'm getting the focus.
All right. He takes 7 points of damage, and now he's taking some ongoing fire damage. Very nice. All right. He cries out as he bursts into flames. And then you have. That's it. That's 3 Pac-Mans. All right. Play passes to Seraphim Sunshadow, who has fled the field because he's tired of people trying to kill her. I feel like. You know what? She's gonna take one. She's gonna take a round. She's gonna take a round with a breather. Back to Jade.
All right, so I got 1 hit point, and the guy in front of me is on fire. He doesn't have any sort of reactive strike anymore, does he? No, right?
Nope. He has not recharged his reactive strike yet.
I'm pretty sure that's what put you down.
Yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
So I kind of just want to run away.
Okay. All right. So right now, since you're prone, you have to stand up before you can stride. Otherwise, you would crawl, which is super pathetic. You get to move 1 space.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. So that's
all right.
1 Pac-Man, right?
Yep. 1 Pac-Man to stand up.
Okay, cool. Do I have to do anything, or do I just say
Nope.
that I stood up?
You stood up. Well, I mean, I'm gonna turn off the prone status for you. There you go. All right, and then.
So let's see. I kind of want to go stand over by Songbow because he hasn't been hit yet. So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
like use him as a meat shield.
Could be lucky.
Yeah. So
All right.
if I go down the ladder, how much is that?
Unfortunately, it would be a Pac-Man to get to the ladder, and then another Pac-Man to go down the ladder, and that would be your turn.
I love this game. You know what?
That's why people were throwing themselves off the ledge last session, so that they wouldn't have to waste their extra economy on the ladder.
But
You
that
know
was
what?
also because we don't take fall damage, which I think if you put fall, that'd be 5 damage, so shit
Yeah.
goes out again.
And you're prone.
Yeah.
And you're prone, yeah.
You might just want to take the turn to reposition, you know?
Yeah. So I have a thought.
Okay.
Loritz doesn't have any hit points. If I had a way to grant him temp hit points, would that bring him up, or did
That would not, just like 5e, the temp HP would not wake him up from unconscious. Gotta have real hit points.
Cool. Couldn't remember if that was the case or not.
Yeah, no worries.
You know what? I'm gonna. Shit! I'm just gonna go down the ladder.
Okay. All right. So you feel to move over. It'll ask if you want to go down the ladder. Maybe. There you go.
Oh boy, it's different down here.
Yeah. All right. Then
The space right in front of the ladder, right?
Yeah. Play
Okay.
passes to Songbow, the Invincible.
All right. So I jumped down here to keep Grateful, I think it is, who's the same level as me, away from Seraphine. I don't see Seraphine though.
Yeah.
So you went further into the ship.
All right. I will. Down here, I am even with the like deck on the middle of the ship. Like right here, I can just look out, or is there a wall there?
Oh no, you should be able to. Can you see through that or no? Okay, so that's
What I have.
Yeah, you have to open it to see out.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to shoot Elemental Blast at
Okay.
Grateful Aether Blade 1.
Alright, do it. Do it. Oh, I gotta move him so that he's actually down there with you, right? Yeah. It still shows him up in the air. There you go. That's gonna hit.
Alright, and I'm doing him shocky damage because he's in
Hey.
metal armor.
Alright, he takes that shocky damage.
Hell yeah. Alright. And then we're just gonna go at him again at map.
With a single action version?
Yeah. Ooh, that one is not gonna hit.
Oof, okay. So yeah, the first one goes off. Perfect. But then, you know, it's like you kind of push for more elemental energy and it just starts like going everywhere. Like Emperor Palpatine being carried around by Vader. It's just going yeah. Alright, that's 3 Pac-Mans. Top of the round, Grateful. Alright, Grateful is gonna stand up.
Ooh.
What happened? What happened?
B team. What do we have available to us?
B team?
Or do we have a B team?
I don't think anybody is slotted. Wait. You is on your B team.
Okay.
Hellas
Yeah.
should be right.
Is there a certain limit to how many people we can have?
It's still max is at 5.
Okay.
I thought this was in the meta doc. Hold on. Yeah, B
Probably,
team
it
and
probably
companions.
because
We just haven't really used him yet. In this
Yeah.
game.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
this
this is a
would
good
be
time to go over it real quick. All right. B team and companion system updated for 2025 campaigns. During your adventure, you will find and recruit many allies. NPCs can be an amazing storytelling device to keep the party focused, immersed, and involved. However, the tight math of PF2E can make adding allies to combat trivial, deadly, unbalanced, and or cumbersome. It can also dilute the focus of the PCs as the heroes and main characters and make combat take too long. The B-Team system is designed to allow the party to travel with NPC companions and have those companions be present during fights without those NPCs stealing the show or getting themselves killed. Passive companions, aka B-Team members. A party can slot up to 5 B-Team members at a time. They form a second party of 5 characters who who are also adventuring and helping out just off screen, doing less interesting / impactful things. B team members cannot be targeted during combat or exploration. They are present, but also just off screen. B team members are available for roleplay, plot, and lore drops, and to assist with their areas of specialization and story arc. A PC must spend the appropriate action economy to use a B team member's activated ability, or to have them activate a basic B team ability. Any PC can spend action economy to activate any slotted B team member. Once activated, that B team member must complete daily preparations. This is different than before. It was a 10-minute focus before. They must complete daily preparations before using an activated ability again. Outside of passive and activated abilities, the contributions of the B team members are limited by both their influence level and the GM's discretion. Unique B team abilities, these signature abilities are locked behind influence levels. Every NPC that gets recruited to the B team should be given 2 abilities, a passive and an activated, both of which have to be unlocked by increasing their influence levels. So dating simulator. Basic B team abilities. This is anybody that joins the B team can do this shit. When using an activated ability, treat the activating PC's location as the point of origin of the ability, and the activating PC as the activating creature, even though we all know it was a B team member jumping in to help, like in Marvel vs. Capcom. Once activated, a B team companion must complete daily preparations before activating an active ability again, and the 4 active abilities that any B team member can use is Reaction Helpful. Trigger, you are about to make a d20 check. The passive NPC grants you a +1 circumstance bonus to a d20 check you are about to make. This bonus increases to +2 at level 11. Life support. The one Pac-Man. The passive NPC attempts a DC 15 flat check to stabilize a dying character within 50 feet. Reaction, cheap shot. You are dealing damage to a single target with a strike. The passive NPC increases the damage dealt by an amount equal to half your level. The damage must remain. The damage type remains the same. Choose which one to increase if the effect has multiple damage types. And then one Pac-Man holds still. The passive NPC attempts to help you remove an ongoing effect from one willing creature within 50 feet. That creature may make an immediate flat check to end one ongoing effect. Now, you can activate them as story companions, and then they have a full robust action economy as minions, but then they're also in danger. So Seraphim is not a BT member, she is a quest NPC, so she must be kept alive and is always going to be in peril until such a time as she is moved to the B team. But people that are on the B team that were currently with you and slotted when this battle started would be you and Bubbles and this old guy.
What about our silver hair elf friends? Because they were with us on the elevator.
He was here talking. Yeah, with everybody else. Yep.
Yeah, like we noticed her, but
yeah. So who was slotted when this to you guys when the fight started? It would be you, Cassian is the old man's name, and Bubbles.
Okay.
So just the 3 sexiest men from Taranathis. So.
Oh yeah.
Now, who is recruited to your B team but not slotted? This guy, Kalos, Stormstride for sure. And then, where is he? Where's that cutie with the little helmet? Where'd he go? I don't see him.
I think he's to the west of us.
Oh, there he is. That's right. He's hanging off the airship for dear life. Yeah. So those guys were recruited. They got here on their own. So.
Okay.
All right. So that should catch you up on that.
We have. Wait, hold on. It sounds like it's slightly different than Kingmaker, where they can substitute their actions to give.
No. That's if you activated them as a story companion. So, while each party member can slot 5 VT, while each party can slot 5 VT members, they can also choose to activate and Kingmaker, I gotta follow up on this, can activate one of those B team members or more at the GM's discretion. Never mind, I don't have to follow up with them. As story companions. Story companions count against the total number of slotted B team members. Story companions cannot access and use their passive abilities or any activated B team abilities. They are minions. Any PC within 30 feet of a story companion may spend one action to grant a story companion 2 actions. A story companion can only be activated once per round, regardless of how many PCs are willing and able to spend actions to do so. Whether or not a story companion has been activated at the end of a combat round, the story companion will take a move action to be the most advantageous to its situation. Story companions can be targeted, damaged, and killed. Some BT members may ask to be activated as story companions to better deal with plot and adventures related to their needs and interests. This is a dangerous but effective way to raise their influence. All right.
Okay.
And generally, you kind of want to have that decided, like, before an arc, or at least, like, during daily preparation.
Yeah, I think
like,
so. That's kind of what
yeah.
we were talking about on Monday. Was like, for that group, what we were going to try and do for those B team people.
Yeah.
I
think I'll add a note that says this decision is made during daily preparations. This decision is made. Because then you can't like waffle them back and forth.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Right.
I think you've got it though.
Didn't want to pause it. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay. All right. So the Grateful Aether Blade is now going to stand up from prone, and that's one Pac-Man. Then he's going to step up on this here Tanuki. That's 2 Pac-Man, and then he's going to target.
Longbow nods to himself, saying, "Yeah, he would abandon his duty."
This is the first, maybe, point of damage you're ever going to take. I don't know why I set it up like that. Now I'm definitely going to... Now I'm going to miss for sure.
I hope you critical miss, and then I can do the misdirected attack thing.
It did miss! By 1!
I don't think I've ever hated my husband more than I do right now.
He did this for a couple of years in Mythic, so...
I was going to say, this is Andy
it was
Part 2?
Insane
yeah,
in Mythic.
Yeah. Alright, Cloudhoof to you.
Alright. In Mythic, it was I run up to the front, or he runs up to the front, get behind me! And then he just immediately gets bodied.
Let's give my compatriot flanking. Moving up. That's not moving my character.
Foundry VTT not being kind to large PC for sure. Remember, you can always try to use your arrow keys on your keyboard. Sometimes that can move them better than the mouse.
There we go. I'm not going up the floors. Stop it.
He's so big, it's triggering everything. Are you trying to actually get behind him?
No, just trying to move to the side.
I will say, remember, this ain't 5e, so when you moved into this space, right here, if you keep moving, he will react to strike you.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Because there's no 5e shuffle in Pathfinder.
Is it here, or do I have to move one further?
No, that's...
diagonals.
Nope, here is fine, but if you move any more, he can now react to strike you.
Okay.
Unless you step.
Unless you step, correct. Alright, so what else you got, Cloudhoof?
Alright.
You got 1 hit point. That's more hit points than Laritz has. By 1.
I don't know why I said that was gone, but alright. Trying to figure out why my abilities say they're gone. Alright, primal aspects on.
Are you about to make a
You're
strike?
going to Dragon Jaws, or the Cloud Jaws will strike on him.
This is a strike?
Yeah, he's gonna strike.
Hells yeah, it's gonna
never
strike.
Mind. Never mind. I was about to play a card for you. Never mind.
Oh man! All right, what kind of damage is this? What kind of damage? Bite? Pierce? Is it piercing?
Yeah, it's a piercing.
It's triple damage.
God dang it.
So just hit damage, and then we'll just multiply it by 3. Or actually,
so
no. You hit critical.
critical button?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hit critical, and then we'll just math it out. Because it'll do extra damage because of the critical, depending on what your weapon is. All right, so 12, and then that's easy. So another 6, so 18 points of damage. All right, he is at death's door from that savage bite. Okay. Anything else? Oh, you got another one.
Critical miss.
Oh, okay. All right, so you
We get the
swing.
good, we get the bad.
Yeah, you swing and just catch him out with those jaws, and then as you go to attack again, he gets that shield up, I guess, or just his armor is too tough, can't get through. All right.
You know what? I really want to kill him, so I'm going to use hero point.
Oh shit! Okay, go for it.
I want to mess him up.
Oh,
I still miss.
that map. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Play passes to Goldleaf.
All right. We're gonna target that Aether Blade. Launch a telekinetic projectile at him. We'll just say we take like a pulley or something from the ground.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right. Nice.
Okay. 4 damage. He is still at death's door.
Wow.
As you beam him upside the helmeted head.
All right. And then I'm just gonna cast shield and
Okay.
keep my buff going for. Pretty sure my aura is hitting like most of the ship, so I'm just gonna leave that there.
All right.
That's it for me.
Play passes to grieving Aether Blade, who has been set on fire by Isaac. So he will try to kill Isaac. Just makes sense. All right, Isaac. He's gonna try and kill you.
Mm-hmm.
That is gonna hit.
Yep.
All right. Oh, actually, he would have stood up. I didn't realize he was prone on top of everything else that he was dealing with. All right, so he would stand up, attack, still would have hit. It wouldn't have changed the outcome. I just keep track of his action economy. Here's some damage for you. 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I'm on
and then he is gonna try and put himself out.
Oh, I'm gone.
So let's see. What would he do to put himself out? I guess fall prone again, like roll around on the ground. Yeah. Yeah.
Is my body gone? I didn't
You
Just
just
get deleted.
I think you just deleted it. Hit Control Z.
Damn it.
Hit Control Z. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
I clicked into the window to erase my
Yeah.
health. And then it was like, I guess, no.
There you go.
We're gonna... Thank you.
All right.
You really erased your health. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, forever. Yeah,
All right.
forever.
Yeah. So he'll spend an action, dropping prone and rolling around. They'll give him a chance. 15 or higher. Trying to put out the fire. He does not, and now he's prone again. Let's see. And then his turn ends, and then he gets a free chance to put out the fire. He does not. He burning up good. Oh, jeez. Okay. Play passes to Anxious Aether Blade. Anxious Aether Blade doesn't like that this guy tried to throw him off the goddamn boat. So he is going to, let's see, we'll assume that like Silver Eye is shooting at ninjas that are somewhere else, because these guys are not part of the fight. He's gonna move, assuming that Oscar might try to strike him, but that he has the armor to take the hit. And then he's gonna try and shove Oscar off. Alright, here we go. Oh shit! Damn, he was a cool NPC though. All right. So 1, 2, and he just goes.
Does he get a chance to reaction grab a ledge?
Well, I'd say that he's pushed pretty far out, but there is this
Okay.
rope
Rigging.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is
There's-
that rope there.
There's rigging, and then there's also what, the floatstone generators? How far do you have to be?
Oh
Is it
yeah,
20
yeah,
feet?
yeah.
How
20
far?
feet, 20 feet. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have him do a grab an edge. There you go. And then I'll set the DC to be the DC of what shoved him, which is a 30. So this ain't gonna be easy. Let's see what happens. Oh, right. There's no easy action for it. It's just a reflex save. Okay, so here we go. Trying to hit a DC 30 on this reflex save. Ooh. All right, so he misses the rigging, and he keeps going. And then, as we discussed, there's a 20-foot radius around each of the things, and he just kind of gets womp, 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 womp. So he's down there floating at height, I believe, -20. All right. So that was 1, 2, and then he's going to turn his attention to, I guess, dealing with the rest of you. It's gonna like shoulder past these guys that are fighting, and start heading towards the ladder. All right, and that is where he'll end his turn. Is actually right. Yeah. No, I don't want to choose a floor. Okay, cool. That is his turn. Play passes to Lorit.
I'm stable, but I'm still bleeding. So
Any hero cards that could change things for you? You got.
I probably should have looked through those.
Yeah, sometimes there's a healing. There's a healing one that's just
Oh,
like
they're
you just
actually-
heal hit points.
Oh, it says right here, when you get stabilized, immediately kill an enemy nearby. Ah, too bad. No.
There are quite a few cards though that just straight up
Wait.
give you untyped healing.
Must have fewer than half hit points. Hold on, what does this say?
Oh yeah, I've got that one too.
Gains number. Temporary hit
Temporary.
points. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Okay.
have any.
All right. Then play passes to Oscar, who's just sort of down there in the floatstone. Oh
Don't need to
no! So you are
Dying 1. No.
okay.
Wait, I'm wounded 2.
So then you would drop to dying
I was
3.
stable. Yeah.
You were stable, but you didn't get your wounds taken away. So yeah, whatever your wounds are, when you drop to dying, you do dying plus your wounds.
Yep. So I'm dying
Alright.
3.
Do you die at dying 3 or do you die at dying 4?
No, dying 4.
Okay.
When
Alright.
does Doomed get cleared?
1
Full
doom
days
per.
rest.
Yeah, 1 day doomed per
Okay.
full day's rest. Yep. Okay. Play passes to. Stare from Sun Shadow. I don't think that Oscar has a grappling hook on him, like the grappling gun, but like I feel like that's probably something you guys might want to get a hold of, because if you're stuck floating in these things, like that's probably your best or only way to get back onto the ship.
It, like in actual 0G, like if you're
Mhm.
in space, you can't swim because there's nothing to press against.
Yeah.
But there is air here because we're not in space. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
if,
see, what you're suggesting would be that he is now left behind by the ship because
yeah.
so it's more like a stasis around it than it is like zero gravity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Because
yeah,
that was,
good.
that was the next thing I was gonna say.
Like, cool, he didn't fall in that second. In that 1 second, he didn't fall. But now, yeah, it's more like he's like trapped in the localized gravity around it, kind of deal.
I feel like that should definitely be an upgrade we can get, where you like stud floatstone around the side of the ship to where no matter where, if you fall off, you get like stuck.
That
I mean,
was That's how they do it in 5e Spelljammer. Is the whole ship
Oh yeah, yeah. I
has
remember
like a
reading that.
localized gravity around it. All right, play passes to Seraphim.
I mean, there's gotta be ropes and stuff like that. People trying to help people, but
Let's see. We'll get it sorted out. All right, so she comes up here. Let's see. She sees that Jade is in a bad way. All right, so that's one. And she can see you from here. Let's see. Does she have any spell to help you with? Yeah, Jade. She's gonna cast Soothe on you. There you go. Nice. 5 points of healing.
Yeah.
That is her turn. Jade, to you.
Oh boy. Okay. So this Grateful Aether Blade. Maybe I could do something about him. Maybe.
Maybe. Are you anime enough?
God, I don't know. I feel like
pretty anime.
Okay. Pretty anime. All right.
I think I'm gonna try to cast Daze on him.
Okay. All right, he's gonna try to make that will saving throw. There we go.
He can miss. That's okay.
Yeah, he fails. Give me some damage. Critically, he's gonna see double damage from this. That means even if you roll the lowest damage, you've got him. But you rolled the highest damage and just melted his brain. Now, this is a non-lethal spell, so he is unconscious. Ignore all the deads that just popped up. He's unconscious. All right, well done. His sword clatters to the ground, but not his shield, because in Revise you don't drop your shield anymore. I don't think when you go down. All right, what else you got? You got one Pac-Man left. You could climb up that ladder. See how your friends are doing now that you got 6 hit points. Anything's possible.
That's true. I think I might do that. That way I'm in a better spot to help both of them.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, go for it. Or you could at least watch as Lorith fades into the night. Well, there's no night in this hex, but you know what I mean. All right. Songbow to you.
oh, keyword this hex.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got a dead dude next to me. I can see the mini for this one up here, but I don't think I'm supposed to be.
You
able
can,
to?
because that is a ledge. It's like a balcony.
Okay. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if he was to a point, but I can't see
Yeah.
the other one.
Can you see Cassian over here or no?
Yes,
That's weird. You probably shouldn't be able to do that. That's okay. All right,
I
keep
can
going.
see Isaac's unconscious body as well.
Weird. All right.
Okay, so I am going to. That guy's unharmed. I'm gonna try to get to where I can see the guy that's like killing people.
Mm-hmm.
So action number 1 is gonna be a move action. I was really hoping I'd be able to see him from right here, but I can't yet. Okay, if I move this way, I can see him. So action 2 and 3 are going to be a 2-action elemental blast.
Okay. Ooh.
So close. It was almost a bigger number, and then it wasn't.
All right.
Yeah,
And he would
one of
have
my
actually
hero
had some
points-
cover there too, because he's prone and there's a ledge there.
Oh, I didn't see he was prone.
Yeah.
I
don't know if you want to go for it or you want to wait. But
since he's prone and getting cover, probably not.
okay.
That'll be me then.
All right. Cloud Hoof to you.
Actually,
Oh.
I will
okay.
use the hero action at the end of my turn to give Jade double my level in temporary hit points using Catch Your Breath.
Oh, okay. And then I'll just drag it onto Jade's miniature. There we go. All right, very cool. Cloudhoof, to you.
All right, now that's actually me. So now
You-
Cloudhoof.
You may be muted. Cloudhoof, are you there? Yeah. Okay. We'll go to Goldleaf. Goldleaf, are you there?
Sorry, I had some issues.
Oh. What? All right, are you back?
Yep, I'm back.
Sorry, Goldleaf, I'm a liar. Cloudhoof, what are you gonna do?
I
right.
just removed my buffs from everyone.
What are you gonna do, Cloudhoof?
I'm gonna move up and smack.
Okay. You can reach that guy because you are so big. Even though he is on the deck above you.
And, well, the cloud jaws will wrap around his leg and strike.
I'm gonna
Nice.
play to this as you're doing so.
Oh, true strike. The target rolls twice, takes the higher result. Okay, so just roll another d20 in the chat, bro. 11 plus. Okay, so their original one was higher, and it does hit, even with some cover. So give me that damage.
Roar!
All right, 7 points, not bad. All right, and that was 2, Pac-Man. Do you have one more?
And we'll follow up with tail strike for some bludgeoning type damage. See if it does anything better.
And I said even with some cover, but this guy wouldn't have cover from you because you were so large that you were just like right up on him.
Oh, well, that's what actually hit then.
Yeah, I wonder why it gave him cover. Oh, it auto-calculated, but yeah. Without the cover, that would hit, so give me damage.
Hell yeah.
That's right, because I had to set your miniature's height to not be authentic to your actual height, or this map would not let you into the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, he takes 6 points of damage. And it's
All right.
Alright, play passes to Goldleaf.
Alright. So Courageous Anthem should still be going for one more turn, but ended prematurely. Moving a little bit further central to the ship. Actually, gonna move. Can I actually see this guy from here?
It's been doing a pretty good job actually of calculating. The reason that earlier you guys could see like Songboat could see Cassian is just because there's this open area here where it like looks up to the next deck. So yeah, like it should be relatively correct on who you could see.
Can I move into this space right here?
If it lets you. Hit up arrow while you have your mini selected.
No, not letting me.
Okay.
All right. I guess the question is, can I see this guy from behind the mast?
No. You can see Loritz though, but you can't see him.
All right. Well then.
And also keep in mind that he is prone, so he's going to have pretty good cover too. He's
Yeah.
on a ledge above you and prone.
Targeting the other one.
Okay.
And gonna send another telekinetic projectile.
All right.
And this would have a +1 because of the thing.
Okay, so that cover is legit against you, because you are kind of shooting up and through Cloudhoof and all that kind of stuff. So that is going to miss by 1 because of the cover.
It is what it is.
All right. And that's 3. Yep. All right. Play passes to Grieving. All right. Grieving is still on fire, but Jade is here. All right. He's gonna try rolling around on the ground some more. Wants to get that 15. There we go. Puts out the fire. Then he's going to spend his second Pac-Man to stand up. And then his third Pac-Man, he is going to target Jade. And he's going to try and shove her off of the deck. The shove. Oh, nope. I almost had Jade shove herself. There we
Interesting.
go. What tipped me off is it was a +1 instead of a +10 to the shove. I was like, wait, something's not right here. Yeah, that is going to succeed. So you'll be pushed back 5 feet, which would take you to here. I don't think you would be in that space close enough to grab the ledge as a small. So I think you would just plummet to the deck below, which would be, unless you have a way to mitigate fall damage, it would be 5 points of damage, and then you would be prone, because if you take any damage during a fall, you fall prone. Unless, of course, you have other abilities, like Catfolk, for example.
Songbow said that he was going to use his reaction to cast Featherfall to mitigate that damage, but he had to walk away for a moment.
Okay. Alright. Let's see. Where is Songbow?
There it is.
Yep, there he is. Okay. Yep, you would have seen it. You'd be able to do it. So go ahead and mark it off. And you don't take any damage. You gently fall back to the deck. Alright, and that is grieving. Anxious is up. Anxious is up here, and he fighting this Minotaur. Alright, so I have to give this guy vision so I can see what the hell he sees. There we go. Alright, he's gonna target Cloudhoof, and he's just gonna swing on him with that bastard sword. Oh, that's gonna miss. Alright, he will swing again at Map. Oh, and miss. And then... Oh, man. I think he will step back with his last action. He uses a step action to move back. And that will be his turn. Loritz, no one got to you for the heals, so I think.
Oh, I'm dead.
So you would, yeah, you would have your first mythic death in the game.
So it goes. But what happens with the bleeding? Because if I then get mythics, do I continue to bleed and then continue to stack doomed?
Yeah, it gets pretty bad, yeah.
I think I pulled out of the initiative. Would I've had to, because I'm technically.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So you got deleted.
Yeah, you were right before Loritz, right?
Would that mean I've gone twice?
Yeah, you would have had to make a death save, I believe.
Yeah, recovery check.
Recovery check. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how that.
All right, so go ahead and make a recovery check. Oh, okay. So then you would be dying 2 at this point, and then you can do another recovery check.
Oof.
Okay, this is pretty stress. All right. Okay, so when a mythic character hits dying 4, they don't die. Instead, they increase their doomed value by 1, and then they stabilize again. Remain unconscious unless something wakes them up. When do they actually die? They actually die when they reach 4. But your situation with the ongoing bleed is a worst case scenario because you're just going to keep dying over and over again, and that doom is just going to keep piling up. So it is a huge priority that someone gets you, or that you, yeah, because like that bleed, you should be getting a flat check to get rid of it on your turn. But
I've just failed it every time.
You're just not making it. Okay. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, so you would be at 0, but then you would have doomed now.
Okay.
But we're at the when you end your turn, this could be it. And if you don't have bleed anymore, then you're stable at 0.
Everything's gonna be great.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Everything is not great.
Okay.
What's the flat check for recovering from bleed?
15.
Can I re-roll that?
Yes,
re-roll
you
this
can.
stat?
Yep, you can.
I can't. I'm just,
Just
gonna
roll a new d20. Just roll a new d20. Gotta get a 15 or higher. Ooh. Nope. Okay.
I should have been doing this last turn.
If we try to stop him from bleeding, is that just like an 8 action that reduces it by 5, like it was for the fire?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Stuff like this, ongoing damage, especially at lower levels, is the actual like threat of like PF 2E. Is the low level shit. All right. Oscar down there, just kind of hovering. All right, Seraphim. Let's see. Okay, she is gonna move out. Let's see, to here. Maybe? Let's see, 15, 20, 25. Okay.
Seraphine, you need to help Isaac and Loritz if you can.
She can see Loritz from here. Alright. Then she looks to you, she sees just a little bit of him, and she will go ahead and cast another Soothe. She only has one left after this. Alright, Loritz, you have 10 hit points.
I might be able to tank a bleed.
Unless your newfound hit points attract the attention of the guard next to you. Alright. Play pass it to Jade.
Man, this is rough. Okay, so Loritz is no longer dead yet, but still bleeding. But it would take me a million years.
Bad way, yeah.
It's gonna take me forever to get up those stairs and do anything about it.
Do you have a ranged heal?
No, I have no spell slots. I have nothing.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I can see our friend grieving, so I could try to cast Daze on him.
Okay.
That way, if I could take the threat away from him trying to destroy Loritz's hit points that he just got.
That's fair.
All right, we'll do that.
See. Oh, he makes the save. He's just gonna take half damage. Alright, so you take 2 points of mental damage. That does draw his attention away from Loritz, though.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
I have one Pac-Man left. I think I'm gonna use it to move away from the ladder a little bit.
Okay. Remember, if you go in this area or in this area, you're going to be like underneath like the floor of the deck below, so it'd be harder for people to see and target you.
Okay, okay.
If you're looking for a place to kind of like be out of sight.
I want to make sure, well, it'd be nice if I was out of sight, but I could still see our boys to do them a bop if I needed to.
True. Oh, here, I feel like it just doesn't feel like the other people are doing anything, so I'm going to throw these clockwork soldiers down that the other people on your team are fighting.
There. I don't know if I can see him from where I'm at because the floors are being kind of weird.
Okay. Who are you trying to see?
Trying to see Grieving from a spot somewhere in the middle of this lower deck, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, the mass is going to be in the way.
Okay. I'll probably just stay where I'm at. But before I end my turn, I am going to use the catch your breath on Loritz to give him 4 temp HP.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Play past with the songbow.
All right, we're gonna do a 2-action finger blast at grieving Aether Blade.
Ooh, all right. That is not going to hit.
Oh, rough. Yeah, I'm just gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
Rough.
All right. Yeah. So, both of them just not both, but your attempt just slams into the mast, which it does not strike the target. He turns, looks in your general direction. All right. You have 1 Pac-Man left.
How far away from me is Lord? It's 25 feet. Oh no, that's 2 actions. I guess I won't do that yet. I will move, and I'm gonna move behind these barrels.
Okay. All right. Top of the round. Cloud Hoof.
Alright. We're going to... I would have to squeeze to get there, wouldn't I?
Where are you trying to get? I mean, if it won't let you move, I think you should be able to. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, no. If it's letting your miniature go there, you shouldn't have to squeeze.
Okay.
Because trust me, it's being very strict about where your miniature can go.
Alright. We'll follow up. Keep
Okay.
chasing after this guy. Jaw strike.
Right. Yeah, as you swing on him, it does not hit. Since you are large creature and next to him, even with the cover. So it's not a critical miss, but it is a miss. All right.
And
We got 1
at this
Pac-Man
point,
left, right?
all I got is like fighter abilities, so we're just gonna strike again.
Okay, go for it. That's gonna be another nat 20.
Nice.
Sometimes I have good taste.
All right. This is a hand wound. He's gonna be clumsy 2, and he can't use one of his hands. All right. So left will be sword, and right will be shield. Or sorry.
Shield.
And 1 will be odd will be left, and even will be right. Here we go.
Oh hell yeah!
All right. So he can't raise his shield anymore.
You're owed the good rolls after last week.
But
Like fate.
26 points of damage, and clumsy 2, by the way, also impacts armor class. So gonna be easier to hit and easier to crit.
As somebody who's been
26
suffering from
takes him
clumsy.
all the way to death's door. Whoo! All right, well done, dude. Okay.
Wish I had more to do. Oh well.
Gold leaf to you.
All right. I'm just going to do. It always consumes a focus point, which is weird. I'm just going to do a regular courageous anthem. No boosting this time.
All right.
And then that's 1 Pac-Man, and then I'm going to use my next 2 for another telekinetic projectile at Anxious. See if we can't get rid of them.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right. Please, better than a 1 and a 2. Better than a 1 and a 2.
All right, 9 points of damage. How do you finish this guy off?
All right.
It must be lethal.
That's totally fine. Gold Leaf is looking for survival. He's not looking for whatever.
We're no longer on the island.
Yeah, we're no longer on the island. We're slowly moving out of jurisdiction. He just takes a pulley, and as he kind of whistles, it just kind of launches into the air and then rockets towards him and just caves him right in the middle of his helmet.
Oh damn! All right, yeah, he falls dead on the deck. Okay.
All right. That's it.
That brings us to grieving Aether Blade. He's got a job to do, but man, it ain't going so hot. All right. Let's see. They ain't gonna let him leave either. Would he have noticed all of the healing going to Loris? I feel like he would have. I feel bad beating you up, Lawrence. He's got other people attacking him, but he has no ranged options. You know what I'm saying? Got no ranged options. But
Play the
that
character as it would.
But that little raccoon's such a little bastard. Such a little bastard. Whoa,
I'm not a fucking raccoon.
So what he's gonna do? Here's what he's gonna do. He's going to target Loritz, who's on the ground. He's gonna swing his bastard sword at him. Alright, that is gonna hit almost a crit. Missed by 1 on a crit. Here's some damage for you.
I'm going to... I've been trying to get this off every time, and I think it's actually going to work this time. Encased Flesh, which will reduce it by 4 damage, so I'm still up.
Oh shit! Okay, then he
now would you like to follow up?
He's gonna swing at Matt for sure. Yeah.
Give it to me.
All right, here we go. Oh, and he misses. And then he can use his shield, so he's going to with the third Pac-Man raise his shield. All right, that is his turn. Play passes to Isaac. Isaac, you are currently at dying 3. If you fail this recovery check, you are dead. Well, not really dead. You're doomed, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you stabilize though, and you don't have any ongoing damage, but you are now carrying around a doomed with you. And I have to update the death tracker. The not death tracker, excuse me. What a weird thing for me to say. Yeah.
Workshop that name.
Yeah. The Doom tracker, that's what it's called.
There we go. It was right there.
Yeah. Okay.
The Doom tracker sounds like something from a Sega Genesis game.
For sure. Does this sound right? Isaac, Loritz, and Jade? There's no one else on the Doom tracker? Is that...
Are we talking about overall or currently?
No, that through the core... Okay. Oh, no, yeah, Gold Leaf's on there too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was in the inaugural one.
All right. What is surprising to me, and no offense, Cloudhoof, is that Cloudhoof is not on here.
You guys get beat up a lot.
Yeah. And, you know, I'll just erase... from this table, I'll just erase that 6th name that will never actually be on here because he's too perfect. So, all right, Loritz, to you.
Okay, he definitely has a reaction, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And
you've experienced it and watched it. Yeah.
Under I stand, door I crawl. I will provoke it.
Correct.
So the only alternative.
Breakdance on the floor.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna go out swinging.
Your ankles can't handle me.
Yeah, that's a critical miss.
Okay.
I can't really afford to go in on hero points. I'm gonna need those. And I guess I'll go for another one.
How much?
All right.
You got?
I actually have 6 hit points because I had that temp HP. It's really not gonna... Okay, well, that was my flurry of blows. I still have 2 actions. If I do anything other than attack, he's going to kill me. I can survive the bleed damage. Can I do something to stifle the bleed and give myself a lower
Oh,
roll?
that's right. You're still bleeding. Oh, my bad.
Still bleeding.
Okay. I actually deleted that because I was like so optimistic.
You
that
can. You can.
No.
if you want.
I'll add it back on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no, give me my bleed back.
All right, yeah.
I have 6 health. I can survive this.
I robbed you. I am so sorry. Here you go. It's back on, baby.
I want that. I want
right.
to feel alive, and being so close to death. This
Look
is
for that Orin build.
Okay, well here's some map attacks, I guess, so I don't get attacked. At -1, really hoping on a crit right now. Oh wait, sorry. Could I have done something to give myself like a lower DC? That's what I was asking earlier.
Yes, with your third Pac-Man, you could have
Yeah.
done something to get. Yep.
All right, so
I would say that as part of using your like gargoyle, like stone body kind of thing, that could kind of chain into you spending an action to try to like stop the bleeding, like kind of like you're kind of like tightening up your stonework.
Yeah.
So that'll lower it to a 10 instead of a 15.
okay, cool. All right, end my turn and give it to me.
All right, here we go.
Hey, I
5.
survived it,
Incredible.
and I did make it.
Beautiful. All right, so now you can right click it off of your sheet.
Oh, I did make it. It was a 10. You're right. Awesome.
Yep.
Cool. All
Because
right,
because you took the time to do that.
everything's gonna be fine.
Everything's great. Everything's going so good. All right, so that brings us to Oscar, who's kind of out of the fight. Seraphim is going to... Man, everybody's doing good, right? Oh no, Bad Professor's not doing good. All right, I don't know if she can see Bad Professor from here. All right, she's gonna start moving. Oh! All right, she caught sight of Bad Professor. She will use her last spell slot to heal Bad Professor. Isaac, 11 points of healing.
Thank
you. All right, and that is her turn, and then play passes to Jade.
So, can I climb the ladder from where I'm at, or do I have to stand right in front of the ladder?
You can climb it. You're adjacent to it.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna spend, what is it? It's 1 action point to climb up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my computer was shitty potato for a second. All right, we're good. Man, I'm like next to him now too. So like, if I do anything, reactive strike, right?
Unless it's an attack, there's a good chance he's gonna react to strike you.
You know what? Let's try to daze him again. We got this. Let's melt his brain.
That's like a spell, so he'll probably try to hit you for that one. But
all right. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Do you have, how do I say this? Weapon attack or like a?
I mean, I have a corset knife, but I'd have to draw the corset knife.
Oh, that is a manipulate. He'll hit you for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I could just unarmed. I have a claw attack.
Okay.
Why not? Let's give it a shot. We got this. You can do it. Claw attack.
And as we learned, you need your hands free to climb the ladders. So you wouldn't want to take the corset attacker out and then not be able to climb the ladder. That's why we got armed knights throwing themselves off of ledges so that they don't have to put their weapons away to climb the ladders.
Like I said, great game.
Great game.
You have to have both hands empty to use the ladder?
Yep. And technically, I could be like, I need an athletics check to climb the ladder. But like, come on now. The ladder was literally built to be fucking climbed. Alright. You go to swing on him with your claws, and you just cross his armor.
What a jerk. You know, that's just one Pac-Man. Let's do the third Pac-Man. We'll hit him again at map.
All right.
I got this. I can feel it.
Oh,
yeah, boy.
There you go. Give us that thick damage.
Okay.
Show us what the awakened fox is bringing to the table.
Look, at least we got a +1 to strength from the hero card. So.
All right. Let's see.
No, I guess it was. No, yeah, it was strength.
He will take the 4 points of damage, which is factored in, I believe. All right. Alrighty. Then yeah, and you drew his attention away from the others. Songbow to you.
All right, I've got him targeted. Let's go for a blast. Yeah, damn it.
All right, yeah, he's up on that ledge, and you're down below, and he's next to the mast. He's got that cover. All right.
Well, and he's got a shield up too, right?
Yeah, and he's got a shield up.
Yeah, I guess I'll just start walking over towards the ladder.
Okay.
And that'll be me.
Okay. Right. Let's see. Cloudhoof, back to you.
Alright. I'm just checking on an ability real quick. Alright, so. We are going to do a shifting charge. Why did that move there?
It was big. That's like the answer every time.
Alright. So, we're going to first change into our aspect air.
Okay.
So that we get an additional 5 feet with leap. And we are going to try to running leap on top of air. It's only 10 feet.
Okay.
So I guess it's athletics for long jump.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
God, my foundry is having a heart attack.
Yeah, mine's having a hard time, dude.
Got COVID.
Yeah, right.
Long jump!
Oh, damn!
Critical
Hot
success.
dice.
You
Hot
jumped
dice
too
tonight.
far off the ship.
Yeah. That's when you know the DM would like you to leave the group. If you roll critically and they're like you died, it's probably time for you to find another place to play. All right, where are you trying to jump up onto? Like over here, right?
Yep.
Okay. I am trying desperately to make this happen, but my foundry was like really upsetting. All right. There we go. Okay. And then?
I get 1 attack from this Pac-Man. So.
Okay. Critically succeed. You can leap at least 8 feet vertically. That's pretty close.
Well, if
Okay.
I needed to move beforehand, I would use my other action to do so. And
Oh,
I'd move it
yeah.
35 feet.
Let's see. Well, no. I'm just saying, you're a big boy, so like 8 feet, you'd be pretty close. I might just bill you your third Pac-Man as
I
part
get
of like
5
the trans-
additional feet from my aspect of air. That's why I took that.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Oh, like you get 5 more feet to the height you can jump?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Then you're perfect. All right, keep going.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the highest I've seen a Pathfinder character jump in the whole time I've played. All right.
And we are going to strike.
Do it.
Jaw strike is the most powerful one.
Ooh, all right, so you leap up, try to use your jaws on him, but you got that shield. Blocks the attack.
That's okay.
All right. And you got one Pac-Man left, right?
No, because I would have had to move, then leave.
Oh, got
Or,
okay.
the charging thing takes 2, but attack is part of it.
Gotcha.
So move and then
All right.
that. Somehow the combat tracker has moved into my chat log.
Oh, so if you go to the top and you just click on the 2 voice boxes instead of the 2 swords, it'll go back to normal.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I was like, what the heck?
All right, gold leaf to you.
It's starting to get crowded over there.
Is the ship supposed to be taking damage for each round that this lasts?
It is. Yeah, damn. I was so caught up in whether or not Loritz was gonna like die from massive doomed. I completely forgot that part.
You had 4 rounds.
Yeah, and each time it gets bigger, right? Oh, I mean, bro, we're in round 8. He's just taking damage every round. So yeah, let's see what happens. The first round was 3d6, so the second round would be 4d6. All right, and then round 3. Oh no. Okay. I mean, you're definitely adding to the adding to the tension here.
Sorry, it's gonna be okay.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, this reduces some of that. Okay.
Yeah, it's hardness or whatever.
Yeah. Still the chunks.
All right, and then it'd be 8d6. Okay.
How the fuck?
Okay.
Well, we had already done some rounds of it.
Oh, okay. Then
Because we already been.
Because this is round 8, right?
yeah.
So
8 total.
rough.
We've
So
done
that's-
1,
so that's-
5 rounds.
2, 3, 4,
That's good.
5. Yeah, and we were up to, we started at round 3. So yeah, that covers the
Right.
rounds that we missed. Okay. So yeah, your ship is 32 health out of 100. It's pretty bad. If you don't end this probably this round or next round, it's over. Over meaning, I guess you lose the airship and you have to be prisoners, and then we have a prison campaign. So, all right. So, with that knowledge, welcome to your turn, Goldleaf.
Fun.
As long as this grieving Aether Blade has hit points, the ship is in danger.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do from here because I can't see him because he's behind that stupid mast.
Mm-hmm. He didn't mean it, Mass. You're not stupid.
I'll apologize to it later. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna spend 1 action to pull out my rapier.
Okay.
Another action. I'm going to attempt to do this boarding assault.
Nice.
So
This man is reading his character sheet in between turns. Let's go.
So if there's rigging that I can use to kind of swing up to this ledge to get next to him, I would like to do that.
All right. Either stride twice or attempt an acrobatics check determined by the DM, but usually DC 22. Swing up to twice your speed on a rope or similar object, then strike. If you boarded or disembarked from a boat or similar vehicle during this movement, the strike deals 1 additional weapon damage. Tell you what, Normally, there's a rope right here because there's a pulley system and crane. So you could use that, sort of like grab hold of it, like pull on it, it like lifts you up in the air kind of thing. Okay.
Okay.
So
Would
give me that.
Be able to? Well, we'll see.
I don't know. Give me that DC 20 acrobatics check.
Alrighty. That is not DC 20. I wanted to keep that here for me. It's worth it. Fuck, shit, it's getting low. But my melee attacks don't do for shit, so really I'm not going to be able to do anything, so I'm just going to leave that for right now.
Alright, you have two options off of this fail. It wasn't a critical fail, so you get to choose. You have bad rope burn, no damage, but you let go of the rope. You're like, that was a crazy idea. What was I thinking? Or you're now hanging from the crane, holding onto the rope with one hand. But you would be elevated, so you'd be like at a height 9, essentially.
I'd be using both hands to keep hold of this?
No, one. Just one hand.
Oh, just one hand. Okay, then I'd still be able to cast spells from that. Okay, I'll be hanging from the rope.
Okay. Alright, so now you're at a height 9. That was very expensive. That's a risky move. Cost 2 Pac-Mans.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it goes well, you get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Oh well. You try.
Well, the fact that anybody can stride twice and then make a strike, you don't have to do the acrobatics. You can stride twice. Yeah.
But the thing is, it wouldn't do anything.
It would have been rad to get you up to that height. Yeah.
But I have to go through multiple people and a ladder to do so. So.
Dang. You all have boarding assault because you're all pirates, right?
Yep.
We should.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Okay. All right. Less sick for the spellcasters, but still pretty sick. All right. Play pass to Grieving Aether Blade. He's assuming that the rest of the Aether Blades are doing a good job, and he's gonna keep doing his best. A lot of people, they all have health, and he's only one Aether Blade. All right. Obviously, this Minotaur is the biggest threat, so he's going to attack him first. Racism. Also, literally, you are the biggest threat. So, here we go. Oh! Dang. Stone buying a lottery ticket tonight? What's going on?
I should have.
You're right. These two, they're prone. If they try to do anything, he's going to wreck them. Jade has shown her hand. There's nothing to fear. So then he is going to attack Cloudhoof again. That map. Oh! God! Alright, well, you know what? He knows the win condition here. He's just got to last. So he's going to, here it comes, raise shield. Yep. Alright, Isaac. You and Songbow, you birthed this ship back to life down in the bowels below decks. You brought the engine back to life. Father and father. Cradling the newborn baby, and it's already about to die. You can feel it. You can feel the reverberations of the ship breaking apart from the constant barrage of spell cannons that are firing against it. You know, for some reason, in a video game world that you're in, that you just have to get this guy's HP to 0, and the ship will be okay.
Who's steering the ship right now? Like, who's on the rudder or whatever?
This guy is the captain.
Okay.
Alright. So, standing from prone, it's one Pac-Man usually.
This lady, Winky Face, is fighting this robot to keep it from destroying the helm. This guy's like shooting arrows, ninjas flying on birds. This person's fighting robots. Like, this shit happened. This shit happened in the background. Don't worry. Even this guy, he's stabbing people. And some of them are even the bad guys.
Where did you get that?
Well, he's a homeless man we kidnapped. Where do you think he got that from? He has
a deep and robust backstory.
He always carries one on them.
I'm excited to hear.
So what are you gonna do though?
Half my movement to stand, or not half a Pac-Man to stand up.
All right, that's a reaction strike, bro. Gonna have to beat you in the face.
God, yeah. Okay.
All
Okay. I before my turn, I was like, make sure you ask if he's used the reaction or not.
Yeah,
Well,
his turn just came up, but yeah, this is good for your allies, though. This is good for your allies. Yeah. All right, this is a very brave thing you did. Yeah, you get to stand up first, so that he doesn't have that. Yeah.
And then I'm going to get halfway through that Captain America line where I say that I can do this all day.
Yeah.
But then I get pummeled in the face by whatever weapon he is.
Yep. There's the pummel. You missed crit. Almost crit, but didn't crit you. That's good, because that would have been bad. All right. Look at that minimum damage. Incredible.
Oh my god, I'm still...
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm not doing well, but I'm alive.
All right. And he uses his reaction.
I'm going to splash him in the face with Alchemist.
Do it.
Oh.
I don't know what the roll is because my foundry tried to die again.
The 23.
Oh, that's 23 is gonna hit. Give me some damage.
I did. That's 9 damage.
All right. Once my foundry catches up with everyone else, I'll be able to.
Oh yeah, I had to close out and reload. I was doing good for a while, and then suddenly I was like, guess what? No, fuck you.
Yeah, it's really like just dying. Okay, I can see the roll came in. You're targeting Gold Leaf with that attack, though.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Which you're going to be disappointed to find out, I think, that hit Gold Leaf, but maybe didn't hit this guy.
Oh, the 23? Damn.
He raised shield.
Whoa, damn. Damn.
Oh shit! I thought they're
okay.
Well, hold on. Let's see. Oh no, that does hit, even with the shield raised.
Okay.
All right,
so
you're good.
Their base HP was like 19 or something.
Yeah. All right, you got it. 9 damage to him. He is still going, but he's on fire again.
All right, I'm going to do it again.
All right.
Well, I tried my...
Okay. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to apply this damage. Wait, we don't want to apply the damage because it'll apply to Gold Leaf. Alright, hold on. Apply.
Something you want to tell me, Isaac?
Look, I just missed.
There you go. I'm going to delete chat. Maybe that'll help my my thing. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Nope. It's so upset.
I think it's the particle effect. And like the wind and shit like that.
Well, the big thing is, and you don't have to so Gold Leaf this, it's bards. It's always bards. They have like all these crazy big auras that like affect things, and then you put them on a levels map, and Foundry's like, don't worry, I'll calculate in every direction.
Joke's
around
on you. I don't have my aura up right now.
I'm just saying. That's the biggest thing I found so far is bards. Okay. Good turn. He's on fire. You tanked his hit. That lets Loris stand up without being whopped in the face.
He uses his friend's incredible bravery, and inspired, he stands before him with his 1 HP, bloody but unbowed. Okay. It's still sideways, but that's okay, as long as the prone's gone. As one action to stand, we're gonna flurry of blows, I think. I don't think I have any kind of distraction attack, but yeah. Alright, we're going for it. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
God damn it.
Oh, I wanted to be an 18 so bad.
Okay.
Map attack. That was a good roll. It's so missed. Why does he have cover? Is that his shield?
I don't
Shield
know why.
raised.
I don't think shield raise would give you cover. You're right in his face. It might just
I
be
think their base AC is 19, so I think 21 is what they're with shield raised should be. So it must be just doing that
as the shield raise. Nah, I think it's giving him cover for some reason. I have no idea why. So that's fine. That'll hit then.
Will hit. Okay.
Yeah.
And now he must make the fortitude save or become stunned.
All right. As a fortitude save will become stunned. He makes the fortitude save. He do take the damage though. And he is at death's door.
I probably should have led. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna super map and hope for a nat 20. I guess. I could move back though. I'm gonna move back with my 1 HP. He doesn't have reactions. Why didn't it? Okay. That is my turn. Wait, is there something I could have done for Isaac, maybe? I mean, you're alive. Okay. That's my turn.
Alright.
I don't have any healing things, unfortunately.
Okay. I don't think Seraphim has anything left in the tank to help. You know what? She do. She got a focus spell. She will cast Hymn of Healing. Targets you or one ally. Alright. So she's gonna cast it on Cloudhoof. There you go. Maybe. And then here's the healing. Alright, so you would get 4 Cloudhoof.
Alright.
Nice. And then she's got one more action. She will get underneath here and play Path to Jade.
Alright. I'm going to cast Daze at our boy.
Oh, I think I figured out what's causing the performance issue.
Was it the bard?
No, it's that dumb mod that like locks the tokens when they drop to 0. I think in levels, it's introducing them as like a tile, but the tile is not like designating itself correctly in levels. That's what I think is happening. Yeah. All right, Jade, what do you got for us?
Waiting on that DC 18 will save.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
It's cool.
Okay. I have done it. I'm sorry.
You didn't have to do
I
that.
know.
You didn't have to.
So that'd be no damage, no effect. You have one Pac-Man left.
So if I cast a spell, can I then do my claw attack?
Absolutely.
Would it be at map?
Yep. Nope, because you did a saving throw based spell and not an attack roll based spell.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Claw his eyes out. Get him.
All right.
Oh, it wanted to be that 20 so bad.
Your claws shred along his armor, but
You know what? I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna hit. Give me some damage. Alright, 3 more damage. He remains at death's door.
Alright, that's me. I did what I could.
Time for main character Songbow to finish up the fight and save the ship.
It's on its last leg.
If I climb the ladder, I can end my that climb action anywhere adjacent to the ladder, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I don't have to waste a second one. I am going to climb the ladder.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend 2 actions to elementally air blast him.
Woo!
Boom.
Incredible.
Look at that cute little guy pop up on the screen.
And this is magic. Let's see. Normal damage. Oh no, that's not good. But the target can't cast spells or activate magic items for 1d4 rounds. I would rather have
Is
more,
that regular or like regular crit damage or just normal
Oh
damage?
no, like normal damage. Like they're saying that this effect is so powerful that instead of doing the full damage,
it's still 10
it's still
damage.
not, it's still enough to finish them off. How do you finish this guy off?
I climb up the ladder. I look at my bloody best friend Isaac. I look at my sandy monk friend Loritz, and I look at this fox who's been knocked off the thing, and then determinedly climbed right back up. And I gather a ball of lightning in my hand, and I shock the shit out of this guy in his metal armor.
All right. That's it's really good that you did that because I did the math and the ship would have actually taken that 21 damage, and then we would have been rolling 10d6 at the end of this round. So if you had not killed this guy, we would have just had to roll 10d6 damage on the ship.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we'd all be going down together.
Yeah, because with the 21 damage that the ship would have taken, it had 11 hit points left. So, congratulations. We're gonna go round robin, and then each of you is gonna tell me how you guys and the NPCs clear the rest of the ninjas, anime guards, and clockwork enforcers off of the ship to get the hell out of there. So, Cloudhoof, give us the intro to this cutscene, this full animation cutscene, with voice acting. Like we're the early age of the PlayStation 2 right now, blowing everybody's mind.
All right, so it cuts to graphics change. All of a sudden, it's high definition. And spell effects are going on. You see Storm Cloud's eyes start shining a bit of lightning, and clouds billow around his feet. As he then almost makes like a crouching pose using the full advance of his Minotaur body, and zooms around the entire outer edge of the ship, knocking over all the enemies he can off the ship itself.
Oh shit! All right. Goldleaf. I don't know if there's anything left for you, bro. What's happening in this cutscene that you managed to repel the borders and get the distance you need to escape from the fleet?
I think it's kind of just like Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's kind of just running around the ship whistling, and there's just objects floating up and then just rocketing and smacking people in the face, knocking them off the ship. Eventually he gets to the edge over here and tries to get some people to help him to grab a rope to get fucking Oscar back on board.
Nice. All right. I'm into it. Okay. Isaac, what's happening to Isaac during this cutscene that explains to how you were able to repel all borders and get the distance the ship needed to get away from your enemies?
You cut the Isaac slowly limping past the fighting.
Okay.
And heading downstairs to work on the engine because it's taking a shitload of damage.
All right. Jade, what do we see?
So in order to clear out the rest of our bads, Jade is going to do one of those running, full-on, straight up the mast, backflip, throwing out hairpins, needle darts, and hopefully taking some eyes out so people trip over themselves and fall off the ship.
Oh my god. All right. Enemies.
Oh, yes, enemies.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Lawrence, what do we see in the full motion video with voice acting cutscene?
After he coughs up some dust and sand, he grabs onto a rope and does the boarding assault across the ship, and then like comes down, kicks one of the robots off the boat. He uses the rope dart in a really cool cinematic way that I really hoped the weapon would work out to be. Like he wraps it around another one.
There's still hope. There's still hope.
In order to make it a good weapon, you have to make it not a rope dart. I'll digress. But anyway, so he throws the rope dart around another robot and yanks it and like sends it in a spiral off the other side. And yeah, he's just doing some kung fu stuff.
Hell yeah! All right, and then back to Songbow.
Songbow is the reason why everybody is able to run around and sprint everywhere so quickly, because he's just constantly chain casting 4 winds to give everybody extra movement speed.
I love it. All right.
Including the ship itself.
With that, the ship flies into a dense and massive cloud bank on the very edge of the known skies of Taranathis, plunging you guys into a wet, dark, and unknown frontier. And as it does, you guys feel like you leveled up. Which you could do now, or you could just wait and do it between sessions.
Hooray, level up.
Would we get a rest?
I would like that. I would like that a lot.
All right, so
Songbow makes his way over towards Captain Reese, looking at all of the damage to the ship as he does so. And he's like, "We haven't met yet, but I'm gonna let you know some advice that I like to give the other members of my party. You should not get hit when you're in a fight. Like that's the best way to make it through."
He just stares down at you.
I'm gonna go work on the engine now. I'm gonna go help Isaac. I think he might collapse into it and be ground up in its gears if I'm not there.
I'm gonna smack Songbow in the back of the head. Hopefully, it deals 1 damage.
I mean, we could check. Give me a d20 roll. Has it finally happened?
PvP damage.
Nope.
Damn it.
Damn, he's just so fast.
All right.
I feel like it's just because I have more hair. It's poofier than everybody expects, and so they always think they're gonna be hitting me, but it's just swiping through my hair.
All right, I'm gonna dim the lights a little bit since you're in this cloud. Get the music on in the background. All right. So, you guys managed to get where is he? Oh, there he is, Oscar. Back onto the ship. And then let's see. There we go. No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to take the elevator. Thank you. All right. So we're out of combat. You've got 1 prisoner technically. You took one of the Aether Blades alive. So, does anybody do anything about that? Otherwise, the crew of the ship will probably just take care of it.
Strip him of his gear.
Okay.
I feel like maybe some of that armor, if we can get it patched up a little bit, maybe it could be useful in the future.
Dang. All right, so you're gonna take one of the Aether Blades
I think we
prisoner,
have 3 sets. I don't.
or you take his gear and throw him over the side.
One of the Aether Blades was non-lethal, so he's technically still alive.
Yeah. That's Greyful that we're talking about. That's still alive, I believe. This guy got his head caved in, and then the other one got shocked with lightning. I don't know how much of their gear is still recoverable.
Generally, I say armor when someone dies is broken. But like you can still try to fix it for sure. These guys had pretty valuable. Well, I mean, it looks really cool, but they had some decent equipment on them, so I can add that to the party stash.
Yeah. I feel like it may be useful in the future.
And if there's a suit busted up enough, I'm going to just turn to ornamental armor because it's only medium size, so I can't wear it. So I can wear pieces of it that look really cool.
Yeah, true. Let's see. So this guy, when you take off his mask, I think I've got a token for this guy. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. You see a pale-skinned Taldan human with bluish green eyes and sandy blonde hair, dark eyebrows, and a perpetual 5 o'clock shadow. He is currently unconscious, and there is dried blood all around his nose, ears, and eyes from the big brain fucking he got that knocked him out. All right, so that's a problem you'll need to address. You've got the crew here. You got the captain. You got the random silver-haired elf lady. Yeah, you got things you got to process. So, what order do we want to approach everything in?
Oscar, you think you can tie this man to the mast? We can probably talk to him when he comes to.
Hey, listen. What with we had a lot more people lined up for this job, so if we could talk some sense into this guy, then the more the merrier, I guess.
Oh no, I'm not trying to recruit the man. I just want to know who gave the order for getting the Aether Blades involved in all this. Then we can probably toss him overboard.
You think that a rank and file Aether Guard gonna know why he does anything? They don't even know why they wipe their own ass.
You never know. Could get lucky.
He narrows his eyes at you, remembering the battle. And he says, Well,
hey, I just fished your ass from overboard, so don't give me that.
Yeah, I do consider myself pretty lucky, but I feel like I feel like a fish out of water. I don't really make a point of leaving the city, so And he looks over, and you see Seraphim Boobily singing to Cloudhoof to kind of keep the healing hymn going. He says, "But this particular big fish, well, I had to try something new."
I think we need to talk about that, but maybe after we've gotten ourselves situated.
Oh, what is it? What is it talk about? You trying to call dibs?
Maybe. A little bit call of A, but actually I want to know how the hell you got involved in all of this. That's a story I want to know, but we can talk about that later.
Oh, all right. I mean, it ain't a long story, but if you want to talk about it later, that's fine with me. All right, so you guys go to the task of stripping this dude down of his armor, tying him up. Right. He had manacles on him, so you could just put those manacles on him.
Yeah, we'll use those.
All right, they had a bastard sword, they had a crossbow, they had a shield, they had bolts for the crossbow, they had
didn't have any range attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, the action economy to put the shield away and like get out the crossbow. I mean, you know, the crossbow was there in case there's like, I don't know, like a flying enemy that there's no chance to hit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like saying that a wizard has a melee attack. They don't really have a melee attack. You know, like, all right. Okay, so while you're doing that, Songbow, you're going down to help Isaac. Songbow and Isaac, the engine's in bad shape. You cannot really go anywhere, and if it is not repaired, the floatstone the floatstone generators will die, and the ship will just fall forever.
Plummet forever. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, we have a table for that, but it will plummet for a long time. Yeah.
At the very least, we'll have plenty of time to fix it, because we'll just keep on.
Isaac, you see this little rod right here that's sparking? And you see this other rod right here that isn't sparking? I need you to put your hand on the isn't sparking one. And then while your hand is still there, put it on the sparking one.
I don't think it's a good... I'm not going to do that.
Look, we have to close the circuit!
Look, I might have brain damage. But not that much brain damage.
My arms are too short. I cannot physically do this. Call Seraphine.
Seraphine!
Oh, sorry. She's off taking care of the brave warriors who fought in the battle.
I actually have a mechanical.
Yeah, sure.
About leveling up. So I'm leveling up, and last time my attributes boosted was intelligence, which was a partial boost.
Yep.
So this time I'm like, oh, cool. Now I just complete it, right?
Nah,
it won't let me
click.
Nah, it's gonna make you wait. It's gonna make you
wait.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. Right.
Don't give up on it though. Don't give up.
No, I'm not. I wanted, but
For each round of ability boosts, so to speak, you can only boost like an ability one time.
Yeah, and that's like
and
every
so then
5
like
levels.
the next round of ability boost that you'll get, you'll be able to boost the half boosted one again to bump it up to +5.
And then once you get to 4 and you're trying to get higher, then it's going to take 2 to get up by just 1.
Yeah, that's where we're both at for int.
The homebrew stuff we were looking at for the PDFs that you had given us, is that in the compendiums or?
Well, many of them are in Foundry. Yeah, many of them are in Foundry. I think most of them are in Foundry. In fact, I should probably say this. It hasn't been an issue, but Anne Gregerson, bless her heart, she got mad at D&D and she made like a looting and like animal harvesting kind of guide for Pathfinder. She made a bandolier item that lets you just pull things off the bandolier as a free action, like the quick draw feat, like quick bomber, quick draw, like all of that combined into one item that you could buy for like 5 silver. That item's not allowed. Just to clarify, that item is not allowed. If you discover it while you're poking through the homebrew stuff.
There's something I'm looking for, but it's not showing. I'll keep looking.
Okay. Yeah, it had us all very confused in the Kingmaker game because, like, my players were like, my players were like, no, we have it, we found it. And I'm like, what? Am I going crazy? And then we figured out that it was a homebrew item.
A really, really good one.
All right. I mean, she's got the right idea as a 5th edition player, right? Like, what the hell is this action economy? She's probably thinking to herself, I'll fix that. No problem. Move up to ladder, go down ladder. That's crazy. All right, so let's see. Man, it's pretty spooky out in this cloud bank. All right, Jade, what are you getting up to post battle?
So I think Jade, flavor-wise, because Jade's all out of spell slots, is going to just walk over to all of our other NPC friends and introduce herself.
Okay.
And then just make sure that everybody is okay and start just getting like a general lay of the ship and everybody who's on it.
Okay, nice. All right, that'll be good for like a montage of introducing the new crew NPCs. So that's really good. Okay, and then I think that Loritz, what are you doing post battle?
Mostly just licking his wounds and
Like literally or figuratively?
figuratively.
Okay.
He's gonna go into like a stasis. He's gonna find a nice perch. He's been on the ship before. He probably has a spot that he's come to like.
Yeah, I'm into that. That sounds cool. Okay. All right. Let's see. Move this up and this up.
You want to see what I'm doing?
Yeah, what are you getting up to, Cloudhoof?
Cloudhoof is actually going to be amazed actually getting out into the actual plane of air. He's been landlocked and felt kind of disjointed, but something about being out here just really calls to his elemental side.
Nice.
Love the idea. That downstairs, Isaac and Songbow are like Deadpool 3 in it. You know?
Oh, like making a chain out of your bodies.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so
I smell
Jade,
burnt fur.
you kick off. You kick off a montage of meeting the crew. All right, that seems good. All right, so first off, you meet the captain. Well, I'll try to show their full art if they have it. The captain, Captain Reese Iron Gale Durnall. All right, you introduce yourself to him, and he introduces himself to you, and he says, "It's good to meet you."
You too, Captain. Is there anything that we can do to help? I know the ship's taken much damage.
There's, and he, you see just this look of like tired shame on his face, and he says, "I let this old girl fall to ruin, and I stole off every piece of her, except the empty shell that was left. I was given money to get her in working order, but the men I trusted to pick up the supplies took the money and ran. The damage that we've taken, well, if you and that incredibly courageous yet strange Kaluki and your allies hadn't, well, if you hadn't defended the ship, it'd be over. But we're gonna need repairs, and we're gonna need supplies. I have a place in mind, close enough that we could limp over there. But and he kind of gets a look on his face like he shouldn't say anything else. Don't worry about it. Go meet the others. I should be fine here.
Well, perhaps we can fix the ship, and we can make things whole and new again. And perhaps with a new outfit for the ship, we can rename her, and she can be better than she ever was before.
He kind of looks at you, and there's just a tiredness about this man. Just a deep, like, at his core, tiredness. This, to you, feels like a man who kind of regrets not dying, but just couldn't let himself do it. If that makes any sense.
There's always something worth fighting for, Captain. Why don't you go get some rest?
No. I know the way. even with these conditions. I'll get us there. But you and yours, you'll have to get it done when we get there.
Of course.
All right. You meet this handsome fella. Oh, sorry. I said I'd try to throw up the full art. I don't want to deprive you. There you go.
Oh God, his feet.
You want them feet pics?
Yeah, he says,
Look at
Oh,
the
hey.
size of that Billy Club.
Oh, hey, Jade. Hey, it's me, Billy. Billy Bong. I don't think we got to properly meet. I'm a friend of Isaac's. We go way back. And Songbow too.
Yes, of course, Billy. I'm so glad we met and that we could be friends.
Oh yeah, friends so soon. I mean, well, if you insist.
And would you rather us be enemies?
Oh, no, never, no. I could never be your enemy. Friends, absolutely. Thank you.
I forgot that I like kissed him on the nose or something, and I'm like, next starts with him, aren't I?
Yep. You got 7 hearts, my girl.
Oh boy.
all right. So then this lady is staring off into the fog bank, but she has an energy about her that if anyone were to try anything, she would reflexively try to kill them. You can see that she did suffer some injuries during the fight. Because, the NPCs were doing their own, like, separate instance of the adventure. You know what I mean? Like,
I will walk up to her and basically do the thing where you start talking to somebody like a significant distance away from them before you're like right up on them and scaring them. And then once I'm assuming she realizes that Jade is close by, Jade's going to close the distance and then are you hurt? Do you have any injuries? I can help.
you see that she has a proper eye patch now, no longer using undergarments to kind of just stuffed into an eye socket. And she says, nothing I can't walk away from. I can't seem to get away from you and yours.
We're a wily bunch.
Well, I guess we're in this together now. I had to pull some strings and burn every last contact I had to find out about a ship that was leaving and not coming back. Little did I know it was your ship.
We'll all be in this together. And then Jade puts her hand on her shoulder because Jade's apparently not fully aware how much her touch has an effect on some people.
As you go to touch her, she kind of like moves away. This is definitely a more with it elf than the one you found dying in the sewers.
Jade will recoil her hand gently, not offended, because
Okay. All right. So then, you run into this tall drink of water over here. He's a little beat up, but not too beat up from the fight. He just looks worried and scared. And as you approach, he says, "Oh, Jade, we made it."
Jade's going to walk over. I don't know if it's been made obvious yet, but Jade's developed the tiniest little bit of a crush on Kalos just because he seems so big and strong. And so she walks up to him and, are you okay? Were you hurt? Not nearly as bad as the caves, I imagine.
When you mention the caves, he make a sad face, and he says, I don't know if I'll ever be able to forget or forgive myself for what happened down there.
No, don't. I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure that you were okay.
I'm fine. I can't believe that we didn't suffer more casualties, or any casualties, really. The Aether Blades, the royal knights of the city. And what have we done? What have we gotten ourselves wrapped up in? And you see him narrow his eyes into two, like, slightly glowing green slits, and you follow his movement to Seraphim, over on the other side of the boat, kind of just vibing. And he says, I heard that she's the reason for all of this. That she's wanted by the council. That makes everyone on this ship an enemy of the state.
That's true, but she's here. She's one of us, and we need to take care of her, just as she's taking care of us. We all would have been very hurt had it not been for her. However, I do understand that she is part of the reason why we are here in the first place. But at least we're here together. And then Jade's gonna reach out a hand and like put it on his arm, just as she did.
All right. Yeah, he does not recoil from the touch or look like he's going to kill you like the last person. And he says, you are a good friend. Thank you.
Thank you, as are you.
All right. So then you run into this guy. Yeah, he's looking around the ship. His eyes beady, but wise. His brow furrowed and ancient. His nose sharp. And his beard long. And he says, hey, you one of them returned?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I figured. Not a lot of Kitsune left in the city. They never really took to the place like the others. You know, them Easterners.
Jade's ears do the thing, like whenever you yell at an animal and they kind of flatten a little bit.
Right.
They flatten a little bit because she's taken aback by how blunt he is with basically saying, "Hey, there's not a lot of you," and Jade's just gonna be like, there were close things that kept me in the location that I was in, but as we can see now, I am no longer.
You don't need to explain anything to me. A soul is a soul. Bodies are, well, it's, I don't know. More complicated than I need to understand. The name's Castian Windmere. Back in my youth, they called me Wicked Windmere. That was a long time ago.
Oh, what made you so wicked?
Well, I was pretty adept at slitting throats.
Oh, that is very wicked.
But I gave it all up when I met my wife. I settled down. We had a son, and I gave up that life. And contrary to what I thought would happen, the life never really caught up with me. But my wife died during the transposition. Tried to raise the boy myself, but we fell on hard times, and I fell on bad habits. He was ashamed of me, and he
He left home as soon as he could. Cut me out of his life. He made a family, kids, and I had nothing.
I'm so sorry.
When I saw you and your fellas getting rowdy, I felt something for the first time in a long time. I had decided in that moment, what am I even living for anyways? And now, he kind of motions around at the endless cloud bank. Here we are.
I'm sure you'll find something worth living for again if you have not already. I'm so sorry that you've had to go through what you've been through.
All right, so you see up in the crow's nest is the lookout. He seems like a pretty unapproachable fella. Do you attempt to go talk to him, or do you leave that one for?
100%. Nope.
Okay,
Over
God
there.
damn. All right, so you climb up the rigging. All right, he looks over at you and says, "What do you want?"
I just wanted to be sure that you were unharmed.
There's that woodchuck, is it?
No. Sir, first of all, it's Woodshop, Bird of Mystery, international super spy, and secondly, no, that's the most racist thing I've ever heard. This is obviously a different blue-colored bird, okay?
This is what Woodshop thinks he looks like. Different campaign. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh my god, alright. So he says, I took a stray crossbow bolt, but nothing too bad.
Where were you hit?
His eyes narrow, and he says, just the wing. It'll be fine.
So like a child, Jade asks him to point where it hurts.
He looks at you and he says, just how old are you, kid?
Who are you calling a child?
You?
Jade pushes her way over to him and just kind of puts her hand on his wing to look at the injury.
Oh, man. Okay. His eyes go wide with fear. He looks around, but seeing that no one else is there, he allows it.
After Jade takes a thorough look, she's just gonna look up at him and just kind of, I'm imagining taking in the wide-eyed stare that he had and just kind of like give him questioning eyes back.
He says, you should be more careful. Touching strangers.
Oh, do you have some knives hidden away? Were you going to stab me?
He kind of does like a, well, yeah, like expression. And he says, that's kind of how things are in this line of work. You must be the softies that Oscar recruited.
Well, I don't take very kindly to softy. I feel like I've done my fair share. However, if you ever do feel the need to stab me, then I would rather you just come out and do it, instead of giving me these eyes. I've tried to help, but if you want to be alone, then I will leave you.
Alright, he nods like, that's a great idea. Get the fuck out of here. On your way down the rope, you see Lab Assistant Bubbles hanging out in the ropes. He's sort of used his ape abilities to make like a little makeshift like hammock area. He starts signing at you, but you don't have sign language on your character sheet.
Can I motion for him to follow me?
Then he gives you a fist pump.
Oh yeah, fist pump him back.
All right. Oh yeah, he'll follow you. That's fine.
And then we're just gonna go to Seraphine so that we can kind of communicate better.
Oh, okay. All right. So while Jade is doing all of this socializing, down below decks, Nerd Squad, this engine got cooked. All of your hard work to like resuscitate it is like been pretty much gone up in magical flames, lightning, force damage, etc., etc. It wasn't in a good place to begin with, but now it's like real bad. So it will need extensive repairs. And you're not sure where you're going to find that kind of stuff out in the middle of nowhere.
This is not looking very good. I'll be honest. Like, we've electrocuted ourselves like 3 or 4 times, and it's still pretty fucked up.
Look, I believe that the two of us will be able to limp this ship somewhere.
Right.
Like we can prevent it from falling apart.
Right.
Now we just need to hope that someone knows where we can go, because I don't think we can go back to Taranathis, at least not for a while.
Okay,
I also think,
as you say that, don't think you can go back to Taranathis for a while. This guy who's down in the hold with you says, "You've got that right." Sorry to eavesdrop.
Can we borrow your arms? I need you to touch this right here that's sparking, and this one right here that's not.
Yeah, if you just hold both of those at the same time.
He kind of looks at you and says, "We could just use wiring."
Look, I don't know where everything is in this ship. I've been on here for less than an hour, and I've been being attacked for most of it.
You're not under attack now. Don't worry. I'm here to help.
Oh, perfect.
You can just call me Dust.
All right. Dust. I'm Songbow.
And he looks to you, Isaac.
I might.
Ah, all right. Well, yeah. This is all we got. And he kind of tips over like a crate, and there's just like it's like an episode of MacGyver for anybody that knows what MacGyver is. But like you're just looking at just like random junk that was gathered from like the ship that might be serviceable as tools. But amongst that, you do see that there is a spool of wiring that you guys could stop electrocuting yourselves and use that to make the connection that you need.
That would be
you know what, Dust?
Like 20 minutes.
I think we're gonna get along just fine.
He kind of shrugs and says, "Well, I hope so. It's my understanding that the ship's going to be underway for a long time. And
you know,
based on everything that's happened, there won't be any going back to the city."
Oh, I've got a feeling we'll be back there eventually, but probably not for a while.
He raises an eyebrow at you and he says, "Truly? In what capacity?"
Well, there was a lot of world building that went into that city.
Yeah. She's a god
like
himself.
It'd be a waste if we were only there for like 5 sessions or whatever.
Well, I mean, to take it in game context, he says, it was the greatest city in the world. At least that's what my father told me.
I was only 2 when the city got transported, so I can't say I'm for sure if that was accurate or not, but I do love that city. The
lot nicer
scientific advancements and like everything that's happened there, it's even before being transported to an entirely different plane, it was one of a kind.
Isaac, you were saying?
Oh, it's a lot nicer before it started floating.
Now, looking at Dust, you do think that he is in his, like, late 30s. Like so he definitely would have been there for the transposition. You also see amongst the junk is an old broken radio, because Taranathis does have radio technology similar to Alkenstar.
Does it look like it's in working order?
Oh, no, it definitely looks like something that could be fixed, though, with the, downtime activity, essentially.
Yeah, I might take it. Should I take that radio?
He says, do you think you could get it working?
I could
I
try.
am really not good at anything. I just sort of help where I can.
Well, if you want to help where you can you wrap this wire around that sparking wire and then touch it against that non-sparking wire?
He kind of narrows his eyes and says, all right. And as he's
It
being
will sting a little bit.
As he's being electrocuted, there's just the quietest grunt.
And I don't want you to think that you're not good at anything just because you're sort of a jack of all trades. The world needs people like that. Like, specialists couldn't get their things done if there weren't people like you to support them.
Through slightly gritted teeth, he says, that's kind of you to say.
After you've wrapped it around, you don't have to hold it anymore.
Oh.
We weren't very specific. Sorry.
Yeah.
Something worth addressing when I was gathering up supplies. I'm pretty sure we have a stowaway.
Oh,
I didn't want to spook her, so I pretended I didn't see her.
Where was that?
He points to the ceiling.
Upstairs, or was she in the rafters?
No, below decks.
Ah.
All right. So while you guys are doing that, Cloudhoof.
Yep.
What are you up to? I know you taking in the vibes. You're taking in the vibes, but anything else?
I guess I'm gonna start trying to do some survival checks, trying to kind of get a
gotta
feel
help
for
with
everything.
navigation and stuff like that.
Yeah, start trying to get a feel for how the airships kind of work and everything.
Oh yeah, okay, hype.
Maybe talk to the captain and everything. Just
that sounds good. All right. Lawrence, you said you're just finding a place to perch and heal and be.
Yeah, I think he
alone?
would. I think that he would perch himself kind of near the helm so he knows what's going on, and in doing so would kind of be near the captain and would.
Captain Reese would say, Lawrence, it's been an age. What have you been up to?
Good to see that your ailment hasn't claimed you yet.
And same to you.
I've followed Oscar Sootfoot into this endeavor with the hopes of being upon an airship and venturing out. It is good fortune that we should meet once again.
Yeah.
With his sailing lore, I think Lawrence knows the ship's pretty badly fucked.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna need a place to rest and repair. Do you have any sense of where we should go next?
Well, it's no coincidence that they sailed us into this, morass of clouds. It hangs heavy around a cursed place. I speak, of course, of the old Hydra Forge. Loritz, you and your people have been seeking a cure since it, started, the degeneration, started. You, more than most people in Taranathis, are aware of roughly what's going on in the hexes surrounding Taranathis, and you know that the old Hydra Forge is the water treatment plants that they used to use on the mountains reservoir back in Galarian, and that during the transposition, the part of the mountaintop that had the water treatment plant, the Hydra Forge, broke off and just floated away. People have attempted to find it, ... and never returned.
Naturally.
Yep. But you also know that it was dwarven made and dwarven run, and these are the Embark dwarves, renowned for their incredible engineering skills. So, I mean, if it is still intact, and if it's really here, it would have plenty of, clockwork machinery and things like that to service and repair an airship. And because of its reputation, it's unlikely that anybody from Taranathis would try to follow you. But
you really think we're going to find it?
When you say that to him, he says, you and I have chased more foolish dreams than this. So if it ain't there, well, then I guess we just drift in these clouds till the end takes us.
All right.
You said that small man, soldier here on Hope, he done the same to me. And he leans in and he whispers to you. He says the girl, the 12th. He says her father. He says her father is Arendor Sunshadow, High Wizard. He's the man what's been doing all the studies into the returned, into the very nature of life and death, beyond the reach of Pharasma. He claims if anyone can help. And you see him kind of reach absentmindedly to his chest. Folk like us. It might be him. I feel a fool for taking the bait, but I ain't got nothing left.
All we have left is to try. Now, let us set bearing to our next destination.
Okay. He says that, and as Cloud Hoof approaches, he says, My, you're a big one. And a bit strange, too. The name's Captain Reese, and you are?
Cloudhoof, Captain.
Ah, you're the one Kalos kept going on and on about. You're every bit as impressive as he made you sound.
I'm just happy to help.
We'll need all the help we can get. It's us against the world now.
This is my first time getting off that island.
Ha! Well, I can tell you, you aren't going to be back to that island anytime soon. We've got work to do.
With a little bit of a pang of sadness when he hears that, but he knows.
Checking in with the Jade Friendship Club. Wait, before that, Goldleaf, what are you up to?
After the battle, and after kind of talking with Oscar for a brief moment, he would have gone to go check on Seraphine.
Okay. Yeah. You find her below decks. She seems to be in a state of like deep disassociation. She's just sort of like singing quietly to herself, and she's got like this, window open, and she's just kind of staring out at the dark fog beyond.
Yeah, he would probably hum just to kind of match her tune.
Oh, okay. She turns to you and smiles. She says, it's good to see you're still alive. That was harrowing. It's been... And you see tears like just forming in her eyes behind her glasses, and they just start to spill down her face. And she says, it's been the worst day ever.
Well, I must admit, it certainly has been a day. Certainly has been a day. Very long day. I feel like this tea shop was only ages ago.
Valen died, and it was only this morning. We've been shot at, we've been burned, stabbed, chased through the city over and over again. And the Aether Guard, as a girl, whenever I would see them in their shining armor, I would take comfort knowing that they were protecting us. And yet, they tried to kill us. Tried to kill me. Tried to kill you. I'm so sorry I dragged you into this. I'm sorry I dragged everyone into this. I don't know what I was thinking.
Don't take the blame. You only had a request, and it was up to us to whether we wanted to accept it or not. How deep that quest was, we didn't exactly know, but we're on this boat, and what's done is done. We can just make the best of the situation. Let's just make sure that the things that we do accomplish are not in vain. It'll be alright.
You think so? The others, I don't think they're as forgiving as you. I've ruined their lives. Cloudhoof, I heard someone talking about his mother in a very flattering way, and he'll never get to see her again. I hope she's not going to come into trouble because of something.
The council is a bit uptight, a bit stuffy, but I don't think they're going to make any drastic moves against someone like Cloudhoof's mom. They're probably at least going to want to know more about what had happened, but aside from that, well, we haven't really barely even talked to her, so I think she should be safe in the meantime. But yes, if I am quite curious. Valen, he knew your father. What was your father trying to get up to that would have brought all of this on him?
I'm not exactly sure. My father was very private about his work, but he was fascinated by the returned and the phenomenon of their existence and increased numbers.
Oh, how interesting. I tried speaking to some of the scholars at the academy about my condition.
There is a lot of rumor and speculation, but the laws of the city protect even those who have been returned. So the more efficient ways of gaining answers have not been explored. I speak, of course, of experimentation.
Well, I definitely have seen a couple of odd glances whenever I went to the academy.
Well, you've also heard rumors that you need to be very careful as a return, because a lot of returns do go missing, and maybe they are being done.
That's why he does a lot of public things.
Right.
As many eyes on him as possible, just in case. Well, when we find your father, maybe we can ask him about what he has learned so far. Maybe that could be helpful for not just myself, but some of the other return to have come back to this plane.
Yes. I just want to find him. He's all I have left. My mother, she died when I was very young. And he's all I've ever had.
My condolences.
It is appreciated, but it is a grief I was born into. I try my best to honor her and the traditions of her people, while also forging my own path. Though it is hard not to feel the pull of academia when your father is so immersed in it.
Well, at least you have found something in life that you enjoy. If that is academia. Not that I'm assuming.
She smiles at you. She says, "In truth, I prefer music. I think there is a great beauty in the patterns and order of music."
I was going to say, some of those spells you were casting during our confrontations with those ninjas and the guards, I think I recognize some of them as from bardic schools. Are you classically trained?
Oh yeah, and then you guys begin to have an incredibly engaging conversation about Bard College, and that's when.
Oh, sorry, but there is one other thing.
Oh, okay.
He does bring up that at the observatory, he got some things from Valen's desk, and he wants her help to try and identify what they are, just to try and take her mind off of everything that's been happening so far.
Okay. So yeah, as you guys are looking over the things from Valen's office, that is when Bubbles and Jade would arrive. Jade, when you approach, you can see that Goldleaf is muscling in on your territory. Oh, I mean, he's engaging in a friendly conversation and quality time with your mutual friend Seraphim Sunshadow.
Can't claim something that ain't yours to begin with.
Dang.
So Jade walks in and she's actually not super offended because although Seraphine is she got nice big titties, it's basically just that. It's just nice to look at, but Jade's so concerned about everybody being hurt and injured and really wants to understand what Bubbles is trying to say. And it's a physical thing. Jade's not necessarily interested in Seraphine for her brain or anything, But she's not super upset about it or anything. She walks in and, Seraphine, could you please tell me what Bubbles is trying to say?
Oh, of course. I'm glad you weren't hurt, Bubbles. I should have checked on you. I'm sorry. And then he does stuff, and I'll basically translate for you. What voice do you guys think Bubbles would have in his theater of his mind? Like what?
British.
I think it would sound a lot like Wes's voice.
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
Or Wes's voice. Either one of those two would work fine.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I could do an impression with. I've only known him for 10 years. Let's see.
Yeah.
He would, okay. So he would say, oh, yeah, it's no problem. I was fine. I threw a robot over the side of the boat. It was, yeah. So, but also, I'm glad that you're okay, too, because, you know, I mean, wow, yeah, we're here, and, like, everybody, is great, and there's, and then he just sort of starts telling a story about a time when he was like learning to read, and he didn't realize that you could open the book, so he just thought
God.
books had like a front.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's pretty much what he's bringing to the table, Jade.
If you didn't know, you have to open the pages.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you had to. I was reading the back cover for like 3 months.
And
Like
Goldleaf, you do see on Seraphin's face that she has had to hear and translate the story a few times.
The motions seem to be pretty practiced at this point.
But Bubbles is telling it like it's the first time.
Yeah. All right.
So does Jade see any like injuries on Bubbles?
I mean, he did suffer quite a few injuries. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly like really bad bruising and stuff from the cube fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So like no active bleeding. No.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Jade's gonna pat Bubbles on the shoulder, and then just politely say, "There's others I must attend to," and walk away.
Okay. All right. As you walk away, you hear a very gruff, manly voice say, "Hey, cutie, where are you going?"
Oh, are you injured?
No, I'm Clive.
Hi, Clive.
Nice.
Aye. He extends his hand to shake your hand.
Oh, Jade takes his hand.
Okay, he goes
stockings?
to kiss it. He goes to kiss it.
Oh, she's blushing, but very
Okay.
curious about the stockings that Clive is wearing.
Okay. Yeah, these are like the most luscious, soft lips you've ever felt as they plant a kiss upon the back of your hand.
Jade's orange fur turns pink.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of doesn't really know what to say and just continues to let it happen and stares at the smooch that is being placed on her cute little paw.
All right. Clive looks up at you with milky, dead eyes that have a sort of silver luminance to them, and stares directly into your fucking soul. You feel seen, maybe for the first time ever.
Clive?
Yes?
I'm
I'm
I love
sorry.
your earring.
Oh. They seem kind of annoyed when you say that, and they kind of like reach up, and when they do, there is definitely like a disconnect between where they thought their hand was going to go and where their hand went, and then they kind of like correct and like, jangle the earrings a little bit, and then they say, I'm still getting used to them.
Clive, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I don't intend to be rude, as I'm sure you could look at my own self after I posit this question. Yes. Is this your body, Clive?
No, I'm returned.
Ah. I see.
All of this, well, I wasn't born with it, that's for sure.
Well, you do make a very attractive lady.
You see their jaw kind of tighten, and then they say, I keep being told that, yeah.
But it's okay. You shouldn't let that come before your manlyhood. I'm sure we could still get along just fine.
Oh, wow. When you say that, they kind of raise a perfect eyebrow and they say, well, I don't think the ship's going anywhere fast. So we could explore that right now if you'd like. And they get sort of a wolfish grin on their face.
Oh, sure. I'd love a chat. I believe I have a deck of cards. Would you like to sit and play?
Oh, dang. They are. You see their face kind of like, wait, what? They're like, oh, cards. I thought. You know what? Sure.
Great. Why don't we go find a spot? But first, let me make sure that everybody is okay and tended to.
You some kind of healer?
It's not what I would primarily choose to do, but I feel like it's what I'm best at for the moment. So I'm going to choose to use the skills that I feel like I can to help those that need it.
That's a shame. My body will never need any healing. I wouldn't mind feeling that soft touch myself.
I think Jade's finally understanding the Clive situation,
right?
And is getting a little bit embarrassed, but is I think going to have that I'm going to maybe pretend that this isn't happening to me right now situation, and be as cute and as nice as possible.
All right. So, as you kind of wander off, you feel the penetrating gaze of not Woodchop staring down at you after you stop talking to Clive. And then they take two feathered fingers, they put them to their eyes, and then they point down at you like they're watching you.
Jade returns, does the same thing.
Okay. I think the last person that you would need to talk to is either the prisoner or you.
Jade wanders over to you.
Okay, so you is trying to stay busy, but also as far away from the silver-haired elf as possible, and he keeps looking over at her like he's waiting for her to come kill him. As you approach, he's a little jumpy, and he says, "Oh, it's you."
I thought you were you.
My bad.
You know it's gonna happen.
he says, "Oh, Jade, there you are."
Are you okay?
I don't know. I didn't. What are the odds? Silver Eye. I'm starting to wonder. Do you think that the monk in the skylift was her?
Can you tell me more of the connection that you two have?
There is no connection. Except that we both serve the same order. The Silver Ravens. He says very quiet, because, nobody knows.
You probably don't have to whisper that part anymore.
Oh, on account of us being exiles and enemies of the state, marked for death by the government and a clandestine organization of ninja assassins?
You, if it makes you feel any better, I think we may all be in that same boat. So, I mean, we're all familiar here. We can all be friends. You don't have to be so guarded in this instance.
I don't have to be so guarded. This ship is full of monsters and deviants. And
Jade's gonna reach out and touch his shoulder as she's wont to do.
Okay. He flinches. Yeah.
She will keep that paw there, like not grasping or anything, but like firmly in contact, and look deep into his eyes, and just say, "Do you honestly think that I'm a monster?"
No, not you.
But you said everybody. What of all of these people who just laid down their lives to protect everyone on this ship? Are they all monsters?
Well, no, but you don't know what
You
she's
are on
capable
this
of.
ship.
Because you took me prisoner.
And we kept you alive, did we not?
You did, but I'm not supposed to be alive. I failed. And when she finds out, that will be the end for me.
I think she probably has much more things to worry about.
Wow. When you point this out to him, as a young man who thinks the entire world revolves around him because he's the main character of this anime, Yu Shinzo looks at you, his mouth agape at the idea that she has other things to worry about.
I think you'll slowly find that there are many things in this world that occupy people's minds, and you are not always at the top of the list. But that doesn't mean that you're not important. It doesn't mean that you don't have a story. And it definitely doesn't mean that you should think of all of us as monsters. Look at me. I'm not a monster. Even if you might think I am, I'm not. And then Jade walks away.
Oh, damn. Okay. Nice. Alright, checking out on the nerd squad. Isaac, Dust, Songbow. Do you go to investigate the stowaway, or do you just kind of save that for later? Let them,
Songbow turns to Isaac and he's like, I don't know if that's is that our problem?
I think keeping the engine running is probably more of our speed. Maybe you should tell someone.
Oh wow!
Like
so Dust nods and says, "I like your attitude. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, mind our own business."
Yeah, and I mean, like, and I can see if we were all the same size as Dust, maybe we could recruit this person to help us get into like these little small areas. But I'm already small, so I don't think we need their help or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right.
I mean, I guess I'll just happen to drop some food as I'm walking by there sometimes, and then we'll just let somebody else deal with this whenever they figure it out.
Wow. Dust makes a face like these guys are all right as he tightens another lug wrench with to keep the steam from escaping. All right. So the stowaway will remain stowed. Okay. So now you guys are on the ship, and the ship is beat to shit. Fortunately, the captain is still very capable, and the ship is still a really great ship, even though it's at the very end of its life. They are confident that they can find this location, but it could take some time. A day, maybe more. Without any sun, you guys are going to be reliant on clocks. There is a clock on the ship, so that could be used to kind of keep track of time. But unless you guys have watches or build another clock, that one clock on the ship is the only way you guys really know that time is passing. You got your internal clocks or whatever, but it's the only accurate way because that they don't have keen mind feet. Now there are cantrips that allow you to kind of track time and things like that. And there are, I think there might be some feats, maybe, but nothing as precise as like the 5e keen mind. So you are going to want to take care of the clock. You have a broken radio. The radio could be used to kind of keep track of other ships in the area. Especially if other ships do decide to pursue you guys.
into the fog. So I guess my question is, without... I mean, we have time, right? Because we're in that flex period. Do you guys want to go over, like, kind of the basics of the ship, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, so this is kind of a mashup of the Pathfinder 2e vehicle rules, which are okay. The Starfinder revised stuff, which is more than okay, and then a very well written and done up fan made thing called Smoke and Sales. Hashtag not sponsored. You can pick it up on Pathfinder Infinite. So anywhere that we talk about like difficulty, it's always going to be adjusted for the level of the hex that you're in or the passive DC of whoever you are opposing. But I think it just kind of has default DCs listed just to have DCs in there, but the DCs are always going to be different depending on where you're at. Let's see. For now, things that would be important to you guys. Probably the cruise, I'm thinking, will probably be pretty important. So, you guys are on a Corvette, which is a medium class ship. Optimally, you have a crew of 12 to 20 people, and 2 officers. You guys, I think, have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah. 11. Yeah. So you guys are definitely, you have enough to crew the ship, so that's really good. And you already have 1 officer who is the captain. Technically he doesn't really have anyone else. Currently it seems that Dust is serving as like the number 2, like the bosun or whatever on the ship. Let's see. All right, so the key roles on a ship are the captain, the heart of the ship. The captain is the commanding officer responsible for strategy, leadership, and morale. The primary skills to be a good captain are diplomacy, intimidation, and deception. And the special actions that you get as a captain are rallying the crew during ship combats, demanding perfection, which allows you to force someone to re-roll a failed check once per ship encounter, and tactical orders. You can spend an action to let an ally take an immediate maneuver action. So the captain is like the enabler for like other people during ship combat, and then out of ship combat, you know, they're the fucking captain. The helmsman is the master of movement. They actually are the one driving the ship. So currently, your captain is like filling that role as well. But dude is old and sick, so definitely will want to pass that on to other people. The primary skills here are the piloting lore skill that we talked about last week. Of, you know, where do I stand on the piloting lore? What are we gonna do with piloting lore? So we are gonna have piloting lore for the helmsman. So it is going to be a part of every ship, not just little ships. The core actions for them is it all has to do with moving the ship during combat. The engineer, the fixer and tinkerer. The engineer keeps the ship operational, repairing damage, maintaining the propulsion systems, crafting or arcana, depending on the ship's technology. This ship actually uses the combination of both, as you guys discovered during the extended skill challenge. So you can heal the ship during ship battles, you can increase the speed of the ship, and you can also prevent the ship from crashing after it receives critical damage. So it's a really important job. It's a really important job. The gunner, you guys have no guns on the ship right now, but the ship's weapon specialists, they operate the ballistic cannons, arcane turrets, other siege weaponry. Their primary skills is ranged attack rolls. So are you good with ranged attack rolls? This might be the job for you. and it's all about shooting stuff in ship combat. The navigator, the skyborne cartographer, the navigator plots courses, avoids hazards, and anticipates enemy movements. Survival and warfare lore. And then in ship combat, they predict enemy movements, which can give you a bonus initiative. Initiative is rolled fresh every round in ship combat, so that can be very useful. Course correction. It mitigates like going off course from crashing into stuff, and identifying the weakness of other ships to aid the gunner. The quartermaster, this is the ship's logistics officer. They manage supplies, trade, crew morale, ensuring smooth operations. This is sometimes called the bosun, and frequently the quartermaster / bosun is kind of the second in command of the ship. They are the assistant manager, essentially. So they are good at society and diplomacy. And then during ship combat, they can reduce penalties from resource shortages. They can secure better trade deals from black market purchases, which is not during combat. They don't really have as much to do in combat. And then crew morale. They can prevent mutinies or desertion during stressful situations. You can see the Skull and Shackle novels from Bubbles, Lab Assistant Bubbles Jr. to learn more about mutiny and desertion. There's also the magic officer. This is the arcane powerhouse. So any ship that is equipped with magical components, like yours, requires a magic officer to enhance their capabilities. This is Arcana, Occultism, or Religion, which depends on what it is. In this case, it is Arcana on this ship. And this can aid you in battle by boosting your arcane shields, increasing speed, damage, defense, and also dealing with the enemy's magic. So, no one has to take any, of these roles yet, but they're just things to think about when you are looking at your skills and what role you want to play on the boat. Any questions about that? No? All right. And you can also slot any NPC into any of these spots if you guys are like, I don't want to do that. And you can also have backup, people for this. So, like, you might be the helmsman, but, like, when you're not on the ship, who's the helmsman? Kind of thing. So, something to keep in mind. All right, another section that might be worth visiting is the airship and maintenance repairs. So, normally, a ship of your size needs to be maintained only every 2 months, and it only requires 5 to 10 people, and it only costs 200 gold to check on your, to basically keep your ship running. 200 gold in Pathfinder is actually quite a bit of money for normal people, but for the operating expenses of a airship over 2 months, 200 gold is pretty damn reasonable. If you do skip your maintenance, it can be real bad. We roll on a table to see what happens to it. I think worst case scenario, there's no immediate effect, but you do increase the cost of repairs by 10% each time you get that result. But then it can slow down the ship. It can start to damage the ship, and then the ship can become fully inoperable. When your ship is damaged, such as combat, hazardous weather, high-speed maneuvering can cause significant damage to the airship, etc., etc. Repairs can be made mid-flight or in port. Well, you guys are not in a port, so you'd have to do in the field repairs. Ships regain their HP hull points at different rates depending on the repair method. So you guys are out in the field, so you'd be doing like basic field repairs, and it would be let's see, 2d10 HP restored per hour, and then it's 5 gold in materials per hit point. The problem is you guys don't have any materials to repair the ship with. So ship repair materials are going to be just sort of a ephemeral resource that you just sort of track, like rations for the ship essentially, and then it's just assumed that they're stored down in the hold, and you have X gold pieces worth of stuff. Yeah, and then let's see. Emergency repair checks. If an airship sustains damage mid-battle, the engineer can attempt a crafting or arcana check to quickly fix hull integrity or stabilize failing systems. And then let's see. For emergency repair actions, it would be. We could probably actually throw one of those on right now. But if you critically fail, you would cause additional damage or possibly just break the ship. Maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. What do you think? Do you guys want to have one of your guys do a crafting DC 18 to try to give the ship? Oh, it's only temporary hit points too. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. All right. So basically, yeah, you have to go and you have to find supplies to fix the ship. Critical damage and system failures. When an airship sustains massive damage, it may suffer critical failures that affect the engines, weapons, and control systems. When it loses 50% or more of its hull points, you roll a d12. All right, so give me a d12. We'll see what happened to the ship. This wouldn't be what actually happened to the ship because we narratively have your ship broken, but for example. So all magical upgrades would be disabled for 1d4 rounds. So if you were in the middle of a fight and the ship got bloodied for the first time, then we would roll here, and for example, in this case, you wouldn't be able to use any of your magical upgrades for 1d4 rounds, which could be really, really bad. If you were able to find a dock to get repairs done, it would be a lot better and faster, but we don't have access to that. Yeah, okay. So right now, the best thing you could do is find a place to salvage parts, which is apparently this first Hydra Forge. So with that out there, you guys can try to assist with your downtime activities to find it faster, or you can use the downtime on the ship to perform downtime activities. So I guess the question is, on that first day, and it won't be this day, you're gonna roll into what you perceive as nighttime, and then in the what you perceive as morning of the next day, you would start your downtime. Tonight, you're just sort of drifting through these clouds, trying to conserve fuel and just trying to stay hidden from any pursuers and any predators that might live in the clouds. So as that feeling of day passing into night hits you guys, you know that tomorrow will be a long day of possibilities. So I guess before you declare what you're going to do with your first day of downtime, is there anything that you guys wanted to try to get up to this evening?
How long does it take to identify an object?
The default?
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes or something, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. Two things I picked up. I think you had mentioned one was an astrolabe and the other was like a blueprint for something.
Mm-hmm.
Would... Actually, if I hit this button, what happens?
Oh, nice. Requested an item identification. Would you like to proceed? Yes. And yes. Okay. So here we go. Anybody can click on those. Try your best.
I can identify using crafting.
Then you would have to send me a blind GM roll for crafting. All right. right, Cloudhoof, you do identify the second item. Goldleaf, you got no idea what this stuff is. Goldleaf, you also identify the second item. Songbow, you know what the first item is. We can stop now once you guys have it. But, all right. There you go. So the first one is the astrolabe of the falling stars, and the second one is the navigator's star design. You want to post those into chat real quick?
Yeah.
Alright, so the astrolabe of the falling stars is an uncommon magical item. It is fashioned of magically attuned platinum plates and rings, and is inset with carefully measured ruby gems. The astrolabe's back is engraved with helpful charts, a calendar, and a maker's mark. An astrolabe of falling stars can be used as a mariner's astrolabe. In addition, it can produce the following magical effect. Once per day, with a flick of your finger, you set it to spinning, causing the inset rubies to become a blur. Choose a point within 100 feet. The astrolabe of falling stars calls down a brief rain of meteorites and a 10-foot burst centered on that point. Dealing 1d8 bludgeoning, 1d8 fire damage to creatures in the area with a DC 19 basic reflex save. So just a fireball in your compass. No big deal.
It didn't look like scales, does it?
It does not. Nope. Nope. But a mariner's astrolabe is for navigation in unfamiliar featureless locations. To use it, they must return survival. They can spend 1 minute to measure the height of the stars and planets. A little hard in the elemental plane of air. A holder who knows the time and date, also a little hard in the elemental plane of air, can determine the latitude, and a holder who knows the latitude can determine the date and time. It also grants a +1 item bonus to checks to identify celestial bodies. It contains additional stabilizers that make it suitable for use on moving surfaces, such as the deck of a ship. So this is, I would say it will provide you a +1 item bonus to navigation in the elemental plane of air, just because of the nature of it and who built it, and that sort of thing. But it won't auto succeed. It'll just give you a +1 item bonus to navigation checks. The other thing, the navigator's star design, a star inked on the back of the hand, usually between the thumb and the forefinger, keeps you on the right path. You can activate it for 2 Pac-Mans by envisioning. As you hold up your hand and align the star in view, you learn which direction you're facing, which is kind of neat. In this instance, this is a modification of the design. It will always tell you which way to Taranathis. But you would have to find someone who is capable of performing magical tattooing, and then give them this design.
Which is me, next level.
Oh, you have that feat for magic tattooing? Hype.
No, it's just my plan for level 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's what those items are. Alright, so you guys kind of put your coconuts together for that. There is not a lot of food on the boat, because again, supplies. But there is food, there's not a lot of food. People are trying to be good sports about it, but you could tell that there's some jealousy at this man's cookie collection. Because he's just stress eating his way through his cookie supply, and he ain't sharing.
Somehow he's gone through 2 boxes.
Talos is sharing all of his food. He spent all of his money buying his favorite foods, since he was never going to be able to come home, or he kind of thought he'd die out at sea, as it were. So he wanted to have a taste of home, kind of thing. People that don't make a big deal about the food, pretty much everybody. Like, these are some real hard-boiled motherfuckers. So, like, you don't actually hear any grousing about the food, but you do kind of catch the vibes of like, there's not a lot of food. That's not a good start. But again, nobody outright complains about it, blames anybody, that sort of thing. And then people that don't seem to eat at all would probably be Clive and no, I think everybody else eats. Oh, Goldleaf, you're right. So Goldleaf, what's your situation going to be? There's no like soil.
I don't need soil. I need sunlight.
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
Did buy a formulated sunlight bottle, which will last me for a week. So
okay, that's good.
I'm fine.
That was pretty smart. Okay. All right. Well, as meager, I guess, offerings or delicious offerings, if you take Callus up on his offer and eat all the delicious food that he purchased for the long journey, kind of settle in. There is talk of posting guards, and there are whispered rumors about the Hydra Forge and the many horrors that dwell in this cloud bank. But I guess that is stuff that we will cover next session. Oof. All right. You guys did it. You're in your airship. You're out in the world. You're actually in a different hex than the city now.
Hooray, I got critical hits.
And yeah, good session too. Good session for rolls.
Going into this next day, we'd be able to be like healed up and stuff like that. And
oh yeah. Well, assuming you guys don't get killed in the night, but you guys have been
how silly of me. Why did I?
Yeah. But
this is a crash.
I would say that in the hours that have passed, you guys could have leveled up. Like you don't have to wait till morning to level up. So you would be healed to full and leveled up before dinner, essentially.
Gonna do my checks to get rid of this illness.
Well, that will be covered.
One more stage of it left.
That will be covered normally when you go to bed and stuff. But
Okay.
you could still get your hit points back and level though.
Get rid of that wounded now.
All right, I'll take you guys back to the dashboard for now. All right. Get rid of this dreary music. Okay. Put on this happy music. All right.
I got 49 health now. Yeah.
Look at this fine crew you've assembled, or that you've. Well, yeah, you assembled it. / stumbled upon it.
We did this.
Let's see. And then, of course, we have mysterious Aether Guard that has to be, I guess, dealt with. But that's also next session.
He's the friend you didn't know you had.
So we'll put him down here by Mr. Cube. There you go.
So if the
oh, and the mysterious stowaway.
If the floatstone generators act as like stasis, use them as prison cells effectively.
Yeah, you could throw someone in there. They'd be at risk, you know what I mean? Like if there were things flying by that were like, oh, an unattended piece of meat. But yeah, it'd be a harrowing and terrifying experience.
Man, that was just nature.
Oh wait, we're forgetting somebody. Where is he? How can we forget this handsome boy? There we go. No wait, there he was. He's just small in that miniature. There we go. Alright. Sweet. So, we're gonna play next week. Let me check the calendar. I'm gonna do this real quick. Yeah, man. Leave me alone, calendar. So we're gonna play on the 3rd, and then we're not gonna play again in April. So we're gonna play on the 3rd, and then we're on break until the 1st of May. So I guess make next week count, because or just show up and have fun. That works too. Anybody have any announcements?
Yeah, good.
No? All right, cool. Well, we will continue this adventure next week. We are working on putting together a convention, like an online convention on the server, and it's, I believe, going to be the first weekend of May. So the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of May. There is a channel. It's called DirtCon 2025, and if you want to get more information, you should hit it up. And we'll try to post more and more stuff as we get more and more information. But basically, it's going to be online games, online video games, maybe systems that we haven't played a lot of, maybe just some online board games, maybe some Magic the Gathering. But yeah, basically, it's just an opportunity to celebrate community and also kind of celebrate our friend Dirk and just try to have some fun, do the things that you've been putting off doing, play the games that you haven't bothered to play, that sort of thing. And then also, we'll probably do some stuff to raise some awareness for ALS and then ALS-related charities and research and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a surprise extra life in May, a little bit. Maybe without the 25-hour marathon, though. So yeah,
Mid-year marathon.
Yeah, like the year I ran 3 extra life marathons. What year? Yeah. No. So yeah, if you're interested in any of that at all, be either participating or helping to set it up and run it, or just donating money or whatever, hit us up, and hit up that channel. All right. On that note, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and yeah, don't get corona. Don't get coroned. So.
Yeah. Take care of yourself, dude.
It's fine. I'm through it. I asked on the phone. I said, "Am I contagious?" And they're like, "It's already day 5. Just don't forget to wash your hands. Don't go kissing people. It should be fine."
That ruins all your plans.
Yeah, right.
I didn't message because I'm kind of worried.
Oh man. Oh, I see.
Yeah. She was literally in the hospital last week because she had a lung infection. So I'm like, oh no.
Are we ever gonna play Kingdom Death again?
I want to.
Ah man. We should probably just switch to playing remote. Even though we all live down the street from each other and we own all the physical parts of the game.
I still got the launcher of death.
I know.
I also have the launcher of death too.
It's so stupid though.
Don't buckle.
I hate it.
Keep the human interaction.
But if we need to supplement it in between, that.
Yeah.
So then we did also just have Steven build an entire application for the game, so I would feel kind of bad.
I mean, I'll wear a mask the whole time, bro. I'll wear a mask the whole time. I will not take the mask off.
I'm super worried. I
know. I know you don't have a lot of older relatives left.
See,
so
look.
And the streak I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The streak I'm on. Yeah.
She was so my Aunt Debbie is 1 year older than my mother. They were thick as thieves.
Yeah.
So her already being down and out. I'm just so weary about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
No. I've been earning a lot of my Grim Reaper merit badges the last 2 weeks. So I don't want to. Yeah, I'm gonna put the brakes on that. All right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, because I am gonna go to bed before I pass out.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you guys have a good night, and see you on the Discord.
Feel better, man.
Later.
Yeah.
Good night, all.
Catch everyone later.